There's a big shrimp.
Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone had a good day and everything.
Good evening. Bleh.
And I gotta send some links
Hey,
out.
Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hey, Stephanie. I'm peeling scrimp.
Hey, Megan. When I watched part of last night's live, hi, Renegade. Yeah, we really had some good topics that came out.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Good stop, Maynard.
Hey, Cricket. Yeah, Cricket, if you want to come up on panel, just let me know and I'll send you the link in Messenger. And why is this going crazy?
Because it can. We are going to have cooking with Shelly. Well, cooking with Shelly.
No, that ain't me. It's the machine. I got to pull the tubing apart to clear a blockage.
Okay. You're done. You're not done. I'm feeling a little better. My nose ain't running as much. I still got a little bit of the headache. But
Oh, okay, Cricket. I'll send it to you.
I'll survive. One way or another. I will survive. I know how to be arranged. Now I don't know the rest of the words. Right now I am peeling scrimp. I'm having a very late dinner. Which, hey,
I had an early dinner.
Whatever.
I had mine at 4:30.
I'm making bacon shrimp Alfredo.
Yeah, I sent you the link, Cricket. It's in
Here's big
Messenger.
shrimp. Look at these things. Brian.
Yep.
There's some big shrimp.
Yep.
That's some pretty big shrimp.
I know. Okay, I think they're all detailed. Oh, wait a minute. Got one in here that has decided to try to keep its tail. Ain't happening, home skillet. Oh, got another one. You. And I make my own Alfredo sauce. I don't buy the jar stuff. I've had the jar stuff and I wasn't impressed. And so I make my own. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple times what I did is I bought like a small jar of Alfredo because One time I made something that had Alfredo in it, and it needed a little bit more because it was really dry.
Yeah. But Alfredo sauce is so easy to make.
Really dry. Hi, Cricket.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I was. Hi,
I
how
don't
you
know if
guys
you got a
doing?
TV on or something, but you might want to turn that down a little
Okay.
bit.
Been kind of sick, so I'm a little hoarse.
Oh, you got YouTube on still.
Oh, hold on. Let me kick it out.
Oh, you got.
Yeah, you gotta close out YouTube.
Oh wow, Brandon, your voice sounds weird.
YouTube.
Oh wow, Brandon, your voice sounds. Oh Jesus! Really?
Did I get it?
Can still hear it.
Yeah.
Did I get it? Hold on.
Can still hear it.
Yeah.
Did I get it? Did I get it that time?
Exit out of the YouTube.
Did I get out of it?
I
Is
think
it
so.
gone?
I think so. I don't hear an echo.
I think we may have landed.
Okay. This is
You're
all
a
kind of
little
new
horse?
to me.
I'm a big horse.
This is all kind of new to me, so I'm
You're
learning
good.
as I go.
You're good, hon. Okay, I'm going to come up on my phone.
I'm gonna work on making napkin holders today.
I'll be back on my phone, Arnie.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do so I can see the chat. I'm gonna turn my tablet on.
Yeah, that sounds good, Renegade.
Oops.
For me, I just had leftover taco stuff. That was quick and easy. Didn't have to cook anything.
Ah. I made chicken today. Excuse me. I made chicken and the
Hey,
broccoli
Shaggy.
rice. That's what I made today.
Yeah.
Where'd everybody go?
Shelly said she was coming back up on her phone. We're probably gonna watch her cook shrimp and make Alfredo sauce.
And I had to
Yeah.
go get a drink. Fill my drink up.
Yeah, I brought me some water up. So I thought, well,
Yeah, I have flavored water.
Welcome
Okay.
back.
Why, thank you. Okay. We got this, we got that, we got this, we got that. No, we need this. We need this. We need this. Okay, now we need to stand up. Oh, yeah, mommy. We're going to make the Alfredo sauce.
Yeah.
Sorry about the blinding light.
Did you send the Crystal a link or Mater a link?
Mater is at that one guy's, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I sent both of them links.
Okay, I'm going to set you guys right here.
Yeah.
Right there, right there.
I'm going to turn the volume really down on this so I can just see the chat. Okay. Hi, Chandler. Chandler's in here.
Oh, hey, Chandler.
Hey, Chandler. Hey, baby.
Yeah.
I can't see
Yeah,
chat.
babe.
now. I will be right
Hey,
back.
Bill.
Yeah, I sent Chandler the link if she wants to come up.
I'm just going to do that so I can see the chat when it's talking.
Yeah. I'll do
Yeah,
that.
that's the only bad thing. When you're on your computer, you get the chat right there.
I'm on my laptop, but I can't see the chat.
It does it say private chat and comments
Um, let me
on the
see.
side?
Yeah,
says-
does it say private? One side says private and the other one says comments.
Yeah, I got private. It's up there
You
on
want to go to
private.
comments?
Okay, hold on. Maybe that's it.
comments.
Yeah, comments.
There you
I
One.
found it. Oh, that works.
Okay. We'll
I'm
move
computer
first.
stupid, guys. I'm telling you, I'm computer stupid.
No, you're not computer stupid.
I
took
got
me a
out of
while.
school. We were just getting electric typewriters. So
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had an electric typewriter too.
I didn't know nothing about computers. And you know, the bad thing of it is I have sons. I actually have one that works for EA Sports. The other one went to Full Sail College for computer programming. I have
Both my
another one that
boys.
builds computers.
Yeah,
and
both my boys do.
and I do not know nothing about computers. And when I tell them, why don't you teach me how to do this? Or I have a problem, they'll come and do it for me, but they won't show it to me. They hurry up, and get it done. And here you go, Ma.
Yeah.
What did you just do? Why don't you show me?
Oh my God, that thing's heavy.
So, let me shut this off. Then I don't need that on. I learned something new, guys. Hey.
Okay. I don't know if I need 2 packages of. You know what? Let me bring this other one out just in case.
I should have got my string while I was sitting here. I didn't get my string out.
This is cooking with Sherry. Now I got to find my spoon. What did you do with the spoon? I don't know.
Julia Child. You guys know who that was? Julia Child.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I took your
You gotta
spoon.
excuse my
You
mess.
gotta
I
back
got
off
stuff
my
back in the
spoon.
corner I've been going through.
You gotta back off my spoon, Arnie. Okay. Bro, leave my spoons alone.
I cleaned my craft room up a little bit today and showed a video because I was trying to get it all organized. Because at one time I put a short up. Everything is just it's a like a loft, it's a little loft, and I put up a video on it, and I thought, well, I'll get it straightened up and then I'll make a video on it, and I did. But now I'm going through stuff because I want to get a few more things done for the spring, and I got to cram a corner up over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got a really bad head cold, guys. So if I sneeze, I'm sorry.
You're
That's-
good. They put up with me when I was sick, so you're good.
I went to the eye doctor to get my eyes examined. Well, I'm a diabetic, so I had to go for a health care check first. And then I had to go back for the eye exam. And when I went back for the eye exam, 2 days after I got the eye exam, I come home and I'm getting like all kinds of goopy, nasty stuff coming out of my eyes. And I'm wiping them and I'm thinking, okay, it's allergies. It's allergies.
Yeah.
But then the next thing I know, I'm getting this upper respiratory. And it's like, wow. So I thought, I'm going to the doctor's because I wasn't getting better. And she said I caught some, I forgot what she called it in my eye. So I'm on drops for that. She gave me steroids for my upper respiratory. And that's got my sugar elevated. So I've been a mess. Because sometimes steroids will bring your sugar up. And
Yeah.
Prednisone does it too.
Yeah, that's what they got me on, is prednisone. And I have just been a mess. I lose my voice, it comes back. I'm starting to sneeze since I've been on the prednisone, so maybe it's breaking up. I don't know. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
This has just been a bad year for this stuff. So what's everybody working on?
I'm working on making
I like
dinner.
it. Yarn. That yarn is pretty. I'm taking glasses off so I can see it. Yep. The yarn is pretty. I like that. Chandler, I know you're working on something. You always are.
Working on
on-
making a very late dinner.
Oh, so
Shelly, it's not even that late.
Huh?
It's not even that late. It's 7:21.
I'm making a late dinner.
Oh my god.
I'm making bacon shrimp Alfredo.
Actually, it's 8:21 where she lives.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people think you cook like that. Yes. Yes, I do. No, just because
hi,
I'm
Bill. I don't think I said hello to Bill. I see he's in here.
just
And
because
for the Grades
somebody
Garage.
Oh, hi, Bill.
just because somebody's single doesn't mean they can't eat good.
You got that right. I'm not single, but I eat good every day. That's my problem. I eat too good. Hey, I look at it like this. This ain't what Hollywood got. It's what they missed. So
Yeah.
I'm going to eat what I want.
Hey, I didn't get this big butt by not knowing how to cook.
It's called wisdom, too, when you get the gray hair coming in. And
Oh, I got that.
I got that, too. My best friend ain't been by to see me in a while. I may have to chew her out when I go to the store, pick her up. So, I got some. I just been so sick, I haven't been able to do it. It's just right here in the front. I don't get it back in here. It's just right.
I get it on the sides.
Yeah, I just started getting it right in here. But hey, I'm 62 years old. It's about time.
I just turned 61 in January, and I am not happy.
Mine gets more white. It don't really get. It's like white. It gets white. I don't know.
Do you got blonde hair?
I've always had like a strawberry color blonde.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of. It was weird because as a child I had strawberry colored blonde hair because my mother was Irish, but my father was Cherokee Indian. So I always had this black streak that was natural, and it went right down the center of my head and down the back. I looked like a skunk, a reverse.
Yeah,
skunk.
my brother looked like a skunk. He had blonde hair
Yeah.
with that.
And everybody used to say, "Did you do something to that child's hair?" And my mom say, "No, it's just the way it was." And then when I got up older and I started having kids, it got more of a darker color to it. But I thought, well, it's going to do what it wants to do. It's got a mind of its own.
Yeah, turn the flame down because she's trying to get a little out of control here. Simmer down now.
I'm surprised my dog ain't been up here if she heard me talking. She comes up here, there ain't no room for nothing.
Yeah, sometimes Layla comes in here and she wants to be held and then maybe lay on the table and whatever.
Okay.
I don't have a big enough chair for me and Toots.
No,
She don't get up on my furniture because she's just so big and klutzy and got them big old paws and claws. She'd rip it to shreds. So she'll just sit on my feet. But now she will try to get on my lap in this chair. But there's just no room. There's no way.
Yeah.
But now the little guy, he'll get up anywhere I'm at. But Tootsie, she's just too big. She's heard me calling her name, but she ain't come up.
Okay, now we're going in with the Zile Parmesan jizz. Good. Going in with the one for right now. In case we need more, we have more.
Did you say you're making homemade Alfredo sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's making bacon shrimp Alfredo.
The bacon sounds all right, but I'm highly allergic to shellfish, so that's true.
Yeah, I'm making
my grandkids would love it. I have, my two grandkids.
Alfredo is so easy to make. It is so easy. You know how to make milk gravy.
But
you know how to make.
Oops, lost her.
Why do you keep disappearing?
Why do I keep disappearing? Because my Wi-Fi is acting stupid.
Mine was earlier. Kept
All right,
fading
we're
in
gonna
and
put
out.
you
I'm
right
trying to
there.
make videos, and it kept cutting off on me. I was
Yeah.
pissed. I had one almost completely done, and I don't know how to edit, and it cut off right on me. So I had to start all over.
See, right now you're probably thinking, "Oh my God, what the hell has she done?" Trust the process.
Shelly, I'm gonna make the big.
But see how it looks like you're like, "Oh Jesus God, Shelly, what did you do?" Trust the process. You got to melt the cheese, and if it
Yeah.
looks like it's a
You
little too
using what
thick,
kind of cheese you using?
I got some shredded Parmesan cheese.
Okay.
This is from, you can get it from anywhere.
Mm,
Anywhere. I get if you want to get the block and shred it yourself, then you go, girl. But I don't have the strength in my hands to shred anything. So, all right. Whee! It's kind of fun to play with too.
I'm gonna make that pistachio thing for Easter that you made, Arnie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it come Easter. Because I always make like pistachio pie, but I'm gonna try that this year and see how the kids all like it. I thought it was cute.
Yeah, that was something that we would make all the time, especially during the summer. Just take angel food, shred it up, and
Yep.
mix up the pistachio pudding, pour it on, and put
Cool Whip.
cream or Cool Whip on top.
Yep. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make that. It looked simple and easy. Usually I'll make homemade strawberry shortcake, and I thought I'm gonna make that this year because I'll make pies and and it's like I keep telling them, Mom's getting older. I don't feel like standing and making all these pies all the time, and it's got to
Yeah.
start cutting corners. It's time for me to start going to their houses.
Yeah.
They're all they're up there in age, and they've got homes, and Mom still does all the holiday cooking, and it's like they come and eat and then they leave, and I get stuck with all the messes, and I'm like, I'm getting tired of this.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay.
they're not just the 6 boys anymore. They come with their families and their kids. And then, we don't use paper plates and all that stuff. And then when they leave, I'm up till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning cleaning the mess up.
Yeah.
They eat and run. I don't even get time to visit with them because I'm so busy all the time in here.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to do a little El Tasty, El Testo.
Well, my husband, I'm going to throw some TV dinners in the oven this year and psych them all out.
Oh, no doubt.
That's what I did for Thanksgiving. I just got some turkey TV dinners.
Yeah. It's like,
Oh my God. that is
I
good.
always go all out. I make big dinners, and it's every holiday, and it's just getting
It's
old.
not Parmesan-y enough for me, so I'm going to add some, that stuff that you put on top of pizza
Mm-hmm.
or spaghetti.
Yeah.
The shaky
I
Parmesan
take and
stuff.
put a little Swiss in mine when I make it. Just a little bit of shredded Swiss. It gives it that little twang. Some people don't like it, but I like a little Swiss in it. I'll
Yeah.
use
Oh,
the
your homemade Alfredo?
Yeah. I'll use the Parmesan. I'll use a little mozzarella, and I use a little Swiss.
Okay. You're testing me here. I see how you are. I see how you roll.
Yeah, I'll have Swiss ever so often.
Yeah, it just gives it that little bit of a twang,
You thought I was going to be,
Oh, Shelly don't have any Swiss, so she can't do it.
the hell I
Nope.
can't.
If you're not real crazy about Swiss, don't put a whole lot of it in there. Just a little bit.
Little Debbie, do you?
Yeah.
I love Swiss
Too
cheese.
much, it'll make it too.
You know what? You know what my favorite Swiss cheese was, and it's so hard to find, is that Lorraine Swiss. Oh my ever loving! You need to simmer down now. Calm down. Yeah, that Lorraine Swiss. Oh my God,
Mhm.
that stuff was heaven.
There's like two cheeses I will not even go near. One's blue cheese and one's Limburger cheese. Don't even want to be around it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Gross.
All right.
yeah, Limburger.
I don't have shredded
Nasty smell.
from.
Yeah,
I
just
got
break it
the.
up just a little bit. It'll melt in there.
How many slices should I do?
Well, just add it to taste it and see how much you like of it. I wouldn't put much, maybe a slice or two.
Okay, there's one slice.
If you like
Let's
it
try.
tangy, but yeah, just taste it as you go is what I do.
I've never put the Swiss in there, but hey, ain't gonna hurt anything. It's just
No,
cheese.
Yeah,
It just gives it that little bit of a twang, don't you think, Arnie, when you made it with that?
yeah.
Okay. Okay. You know what? I think we need to move you out of the way. Get you over here and put some water in you so we can have some noodles. Gotta have some noodles with our pasta. And of course,
The only
I'm
hair
going
he has is on the side. My sons are like that too. They only got it on the sides.
Yeah.
I always use
One son that I don't know if you guys know who Chris Daughtry is. Do you guys know who
Yeah.
Chris Daughtry is?
oh hell yeah.
I have a son that looks identical. And
Don't tell me that.
we were at a football game, and my grandson was the homecoming king, so we were in the audience, and my son went with us. And these girls were sitting down in front of us, and these were like, I don't know, junior, senior girls, and they're like, I just know that's Chris Daughtry. I just know that's Chris Daughtry. And I'm sitting there cracking up because I'm hearing them. And they're like,
Yeah.
he does do stuff. He goes incognito. That's him. I'm serious. That is him. And they're like going, and my
Oh my
grandson's
gosh.
laughing because it's his dad, And they're like, go up there and get his autograph. Go ask him. They're trying to get each other to do that. And then they walked down, told a couple other girls, and they come walking by. And I told my son what was going on. He goes, who the hell is Chris Daughtry? He didn't know who Chris Daughtry was. So
He's
we're
quite
sitting
good
there, and I said,
looking.
hey, if they come over and want the autographs, I said, I'm going to make some money. I said, you give them the autographs. Just sign Chris Daughtry, and I want $5.
Yeah.
So we were sitting there laughing, and they just kept it up. And the next day at school, my grandson's sitting there, and they're going, Phoenix, that wasn't really your dad. He goes, yes, it is. They're going, no, it wasn't. You guys are friends with Chris Daughtry. And Phoenix goes, that is my dad. That was my grandmother. That was my dad. I'm me.
Yeah.
But he does. He looks a lot. And it didn't dawn on me, but he does. He gets mistaken a lot. Now he's starting to watch Chris Daughtry, and he said, hey, Mom, you might have something going on there.
Okay, we just added the bacon. I'm gonna let that kind of simmer down now. Simmer down now.
He's got the build and the tattoos, and all that, the hair, he's got it all. He looks just like him.
Yeah.
Chris
It was
Daughtry,
funny.
Chris Daughtry don't have no hair.
No, just he's bald. That's where my son is. He's bald. I'm talking.
I never used to be a bald fan until I got with somebody that was, and I was like, oh, okay.
He's got the facial hair like Chris did.
Yeah, that 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah.
Or I forgot to shave.
They even walk. He's built like him and everything. I mean, he's just.
Why am I dropping this shrimp one by one? Because I have brain damage. That's why. Don't test me. There. There we go. Okay.
I like that color blue, Chandler. That is blue, right?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like
pretty.
blues
I
and
like
green.
It's pretty.
Thank you.
Hi, Chandler.
Hi.
I'm proud of you
Why?
because of what you sent me the other day.
Oh, thanks.
Now, the heat from the sauce will cook the shrimp.
Bill said he had a kitchen at his work in the dining area. He said we were doing 40 plus for Thanksgiving. Took a month to make the restaurant clean. Wow. I did the cleaning all by myself. Finally had enough. I don't blame you.
Yeah, that's quite a bit, Bill.
Yeah.
You go there, you go there. You go, you go, you go, you go, you go, you
Well,
go.
it's
you go.
inconsiderate. You think if people come there and, and they eat and they, come to your house, they'd at least have the respect to say, hey, do you need some help?
Yeah.
So I'm going to grab some string, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to get me a new whisk. Cause that metal whisk, I need to get one of those silicone ones or whatever. Cause that metal one's nuts.
Is it all rusty in that?
No, but it's like bent.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is.
Okay. All right. Now we need to get some pasta. My last thing of spaghetti noodles. No. That's all right.
Eat that out.
There we go. All right.
Well,
All right. Pasta is dropped. I'm going to use this because I don't have a top. Okay, well, maybe not. Whatever. 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 And yes, I'm like this all the time in the kitchen. I talk to myself.
My phone just froze.
Your phone just froze, did?
Yeah, I gotta reboot it.
I don't know where my string is.
Trying to get to the
Well,
chat.
as soon as I get done with it, as soon as I get done and get it all plated up or whatever, I'll I'll go back into the bedroom and or the computer room and keep seeing dark spots in here. I'm like, what's those dark spots? Is that shrimp not cooked enough? It's the bacon. It's the bacon.
Yeah.
If we only had a brain, we would be dangerous. Okay.
I can't sleep in her tower.
Bacon shrimp Alfredo. It's what's for dinner. Okay, fine. Fine, whatever.
I hate that. I organized my craft room and hid my string from myself. I don't know where it is. Trying to think. I have all kinds of twine, that you use, and I can't find it.
And then, of course, knowing luck, you'll be looking for something else, and then you end up finding it.
I don't know. I'm sitting here trying to think where it would have been. Oh well. Probably stuck it in something. Oh. I was gonna work on these napkin rings while I was on your live, and I can't figure out what to do with the screen. Oh, I found it.
Okay, phone.
I found it. Ta-da!
Oh my God, that is
That makes me
off
happy.
the chain good.
Oh. So what's everybody gonna do for Easter?
Try not to piss anybody off. Even though it's my job to piss people off, I'm going to try not to.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I'm gonna succeed. I'm just gonna try.
It's too later. Here we go.
Oh my God, that is so good. Nummy, 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 num num. Nummy, 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 num num. Come on, pasta, hurry up. You're angel hair. You can't take that darn long.
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna move some stuff around here,
Yeah.
and hopefully I don't mess nothing up. Oh, don't have a whole lot of room. Okay, we go over there.
Okay, I think, and I know I'm not paid to think, but I think my pasta is done.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Bill. Yeah, it's a lot of work there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, come off of there. Stop that. Stop that cooking thing.
They used to have card parties at my house on Fridays. They'd have poker games or card parties when I was married to my ex, and I always got stuck making stuff for these card parties. And it was like, you know, you're making chili, you're making hors d'oeuvres, you're making snacks, and it got to where, and I didn't even play cards, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I'd leave and I'd have the mess, you know, and it's like, you know, here's some paper plates, guys. Here's some napkins. Here's some bowls. Put your bowls in the sink. Throw your papers in the garbage. You know?
Yeah.
And they'd have their beer cans everywhere. And I just told them I ain't doing it no more. Order a pizza.
Yeah.
Have some pizza and shut the hell up.
Yep.
Yeah, there's even
Don't need that.
times I get tired of doing my own dishes, and
I know, right?
I have paper plates, paper bowls.
I know. Somebody was supposed to remind me to get paper plates this month, but somebody did not remind me. Not sure if it was Arnie or Bryn that was supposed to remind me.
You never say anything to me about paper plates.
Well, then it was Arnie then. It was all Arnie's.
No.
You told me to remind you for your grocery pickup.
Yeah. Oh.
Amazon is big. I'm talking to myself, guys.
That's okay. Sometimes we need an expert opinion. Okay.
So how's your
Yeah,
guys'
but-
weather been in our country, in your states? You're in what? Wisconsin, right, Arnie?
Yeah.
I know Chandler's in North Carolina, and I'm in Ohio. And
I'm in
Brent, aren't
Indiana.
you in? You're in Canada,
Oh.
right?
I'm Indiana.
Indiana. Okay.
No, not in Canada.
And where
I'm in
you at?
Michigan.
Shelley, where you at?
Michigan.
What part of Michigan?
Where if the water doesn't kill you, the bullets will.
Okay, you're way up there.
I'm
I
in
used-
Flint.
Okay. I used to go up to what is that town? We used to go salmon fishing up there, Port Huron. Used to
Oh,
go-
that's over by that's over by Canada.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna come up on the pewter. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So you're really not that far from me then, Shelley.
And I live right where Lake Michigan and Indiana meet.
Okay, I gotta
Okay.
go grab my dinner. I will
And
be.
Michigan meet.
I-
Michigan,
Neither one
Indiana.
of you then are probably that
Michigan.
far from me. I'm not too far from the Toledo airport.
You're about 2.5 to 3 hours from me,
Yeah.
depending on. That's a Michigan thing.
I live
miles and how long it takes.
30 minutes from South Bend, Indiana.
Okay. My husband's mother lives in Valparaiso.
Valparaiso, that's where I used to live.
That's where she lives.
That's 30 minutes from me.
Oh yeah. I've been there a couple times, but yeah, she lives in Valparaiso.
It's expensive to live in Valparaiso now.
Oh yeah, she's got a beautiful home there. But yeah,
And they're tearing up downtown like crazy. They just put a new second
Yeah, I don't
I've
blame
been-
you.
garage.
I've been to Elkhart quite a bit, Indiana.
Yeah, that's about 45 minutes to an hour away.
Yeah, I've been there. And I've been to Kenosha, Wisconsin. I've been all over North Carolina. So
Me too.
there's only I think I counted 14 states in the United States I haven't been in. And it's mainly on the East Coast, like Maine, Connecticut, Vermont. I've been to New York, but I didn't go any.
Yeah.
And I've been to Maryland and Pennsylvania, but I haven't been up in them areas. That's where I want to go. I want to go see it. I've not been to Montana. I want to go to Montana. I've been to California and all out there, Arizona, Nevada, all up in there. I've been there. Colorado.
My
Wyoming.
eyes are bigger than my stomach, but here is the end result.
Ooh.
I put a little bit of pepper and some what the heck is that stuff called? Oh, more Parmesan cheese on top. As if it's not Parmesan enough.
Yeah.
All right,
Looks good.
let's see.
She's not even going to give us a bite. See that?
I gotta get it on my fork.
I couldn't take a bite. It's got shrimp in it.
I'll give you some pasta and it's got. You can't even have anything that's even anywhere near the.
Nope.
Oh, well. Should have told me that before I put the shrimp in. Okay. There goes nothing. Who wants
Let
to
us
bite?
know how you like it with the Swiss.
Oh, I already tried it.
It's good. You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It gives it a little bit of a tang to it. Twang or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
Wish I would have had some cream cheese. I throwing a little bit of that in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You getting a lot of rain down there, Chandler?
Huh.
Are you getting a lot of rain?
I think we're supposed to get like 2 or 3 times this week, but we haven't gotten a lot
Mm.
lately.
Mm-hmm.
This weather don't know what it's gonna do. It's just crazy.
I needed to get it, you know what, together because my head can't take much more.
Yeah.
I know. I thought for sure my damn nose and eyeball was trying to run away from my face. It was running so much.
I gotta take these glasses off to do it. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm taking this twine and I'm wrapping it around these plastic shower hoops. And then I'm going to paint some of them little wooden bunnies or the little wooden chicks or carrots. And then I'm going to glue them where the rings come together on the top. Let me get it in focus here. Like that. I'm going to paint them first. Put little tails on them. And then I'm going to put my napkins and silverware up through them for the table.
Oh, that'll be cute.
Yeah. So. Because I've got some friends coming over, or they're going to be here for the holidays and stopping. Actually, I get to see Mrs. C. You know, Mrs. C's cottage?
Yeah.
She's coming up. Yeah, she'll be here. I don't remember if she said March or April she's coming here, and we're going to meet up. So I'm excited about it. I thought about, because Jen Reeves just lives maybe 15 minutes from me, and Dee from Dee's Creative Hands, she's only like an hour from me. I don't know how far Thriss is. I don't know exactly where she lives at in Michigan, but yeah, I want to kind of have them all over, and because I'm kind of like in the center, and maybe have a tea party or something when they come.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That way, it's better than going to a restaurant, or because you can't really sit there for very long and get to chit chat. You know what I mean? This way, if they want to take their shoes off and kick their feet up on the couch, they can. Not be in no hurry, So it's up to them, Thought I'd run it by them. If it's nice outside, I got a pretty good size yard. We can even go outside. They don't, I tell them all, my door's always open, Tell everybody that it's open.
I think I was over hungry. 2 bites and I'm already starting to get full.
I just heard someone's trash bin fall. It's been kind of windy out today.
Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 52 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 38 degrees.
Ooh. But Tuesday we're supposed to be almost 65, 70.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That'd be nice.
Yeah, Michigan, we usually get like 30 plus inches of snow.
I know.
If we got 20 inches this year, I will bend over and kiss your butt.
Well, I got it.
It's like
I got 3
Ohio.
feet of snow. I got
We
3
never
feet
know
of
what
snow.
we're going to get in Ohio.
honey. But
I
yeah,
got
Ohio, we're like touch of the draw. If it comes a little bit down from the north.
Any snow where I'm at, we hardly got any snow this year.
I got
Same
3
here.
feet. I got 3 feet of snow.
The most we got at one time was, what was that, 3 or 4 inches, Ernie? That storm that hit you guys?
Yeah, I got 14 inches of snow, then was without power for 44 hours.
Wow. I knew you guys got hit.
Yeah, it was that same storm that hit them.
It'd be lake effect.
Gave us only like 4 inches.
Gave me lake effect of 3 feet.
No, that was after that.
Yeah. After that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like a few weeks after that.
We're always like a hit or miss here. If it comes down just a little bit, we get it from you guys. If it comes from the west just a little bit, we get it from up northwestern. We get it up, from Canada or whatever. But
Yeah.
very seldom do we ever get anything coming up from the south. So we get rain from the south a lot.
Most of the time, it's Arnie sending me bad weather.
My son lives in South Dakota, and he got hit a lot this year.
Did they?
Yeah, he
I
was
bet.
sending me pictures. He's like, "Wow, Ma, you gotta see this." So, yeah, he's wanting us to move out there. I said, "Why would you think I want to go from cold to colder?"
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I want to move out of here, but I want to go. I don't want to go where they get more snow.
Yeah. Where
I
he
wanna
lives,
go
it's
where they
really
get a lot
desolate out
less.
there. He lives exactly an hour and 54 minutes from where he lives. I can get to Lydia's house from Lydia in Nebraska.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. And I told him the next time I come out there to see him, I'm going to see Lydia and Michelle Crochets in Kansas because they're not really, that far from him because he's right there in the corner.
Yeah.
He lives in Delmont, South Dakota. And I'm telling you, I went out there and that town is desolate. There ain't even a store, a pop machine, nothing to be found. The first store is like 18 miles away.
Oh
It's
wow!
like a little, there's nothing there where
He lives in the
lives.
Booney Goonies.
Yep. Well, they had a tornado out there about, 15, 20 years ago, and it took the town out, and the people just took the money and left. So, but I mean, it's quiet. It's quiet. There might be, where he lives in his little area,
So they
you'll be
decided not
lucky
to
if there's
rebuild.
50 houses. So,
I don't blame the people. I mean,
there's a lot of
everything,
Amish out there. There's a lot of Amish out there, but they're a little ways away from him. But yeah, but I mean, the town itself, there's still people in Delmont, but in his little area, there's not hardly any houses. So,
Yeah, there's a part of Wisconsin too that's Amish populated.
yep. Oh, they love him out there. He does a lot of the driving for a bunch of them, and my son has got a very kind soul, and he doesn't see bad in people. He's always looking for the good, and he's actually the deputy mayor out there now, and he's only in his 30s, but he'll go to the hospitals, because the weather's so bad, and he'll pick up their meals and he'll deliver all their meals on wheels.
Yeah.
He'll go to their houses and say, hey, because his wife, she's got 20 some years in at Walmart's, and he'll say, hey, do you need my wife to pick you up anything at work while she's there? Bring it back. He'll take orders, and then he'll call his wife and say, pick this and this and this and this, He'll go over and make sure they got their heat and their, he just goes out of his way. And when I went out there to visit, I went out there to help my other son. Me and him went out together to help put a roof on his house. And
Susan?
people were out there coming, you're not coming to take your son home back to Ohio, are you? And I'm like, yeah. They couldn't believe I was his mom and stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm just out here to give him a hand. And he goes, I had a baseball cap and that on, and I was up on the roof, and these 2 Amish guys come over there, and they were talking, and I was up there with my oldest son, and we were nailing down shingles, and I took my hat off because I was hot. Oh my God, it was so hot up there. And they came by, and and they go, is that a girl up there? And my son, Jesse, the one that lives, he goes, that's my mom. And I come down and got a couple bundles of shingles, opened the packs up, took shingles up on the roof, and I was throwing them up there. And they're like, geez, oh, Pete's. And he goes, that's your mom? And they're like, yeah. You should come out to help my brother put a roof on. You know, it was just a little house, but it needed the roof. And we was
Yeah.
out for 3 weeks, me and him, fixing it. My oldest son. It was like the blind leading the blind. You know, what he couldn't do, I could do. And what I couldn't do, he did,
Hi,
you know.
Crystal.
Hello.
Hey, Crystal.
Hi, Crystal.
Hey, Crystal.
Yep.
But I was never in
Shelly,
such a desolate
Chandler.
town. Oh, man. It looked like a war-torn place like you'd see in Mexico or something after the, you know, a war or something, you know, all these desolate houses. You might see one that's still standing that looked like the Addams family home, and then you'll see 5 or 6 that's sitting empty, and then you'll see another one, you know, here and there. But yeah,
Sounds like Flint.
yeah, it was desolate. And I'm on these hot roofs, and I'm like, oh man, we need some cold pop. Where's our pop machine around here? And all the businesses didn't even have pop machines out, you know, that had closed up. Nothing. But I'll tell you what I did see. A phone booth. One like Superman used
Oh
to
my
go in.
God.
They have the only phone booth
A
in the
phone
whole
booth.
state of
What?
South Dakota. And it still only cost a dime to make a phone call.
Dang.
I took a picture of it. Yep.
Zig,
Wow.
I was talking to
Can't
you.
have don't have no pop machines, no gas stations, no carryouts, no nothing. But they got a phone booth. Wonder why.
Nobody said Ziggy
Yeah.
in the shop. Stupid.
Hi, chat. This is my next color.
Hey, Susan.
And
Oh,
it's,
that's pretty.
well, it's purple, not periwinkle.
It's pretty.
It is, yeah. This is for my cat blankets. So we're doing
Oh my golly gee willikers, I'm getting fuller than full.
this and red and a cream. I just have to weigh it.
She made Alfredo from scratch.
Ooh,
Made bacon shrimp Alfredo.
okay. I need to come over to your house, even though I just got through having fried chicken.
I had fried chicken too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all that's left, I'm sure.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll come clean your kitchen out.
There's there's plenty more in there.
Arnie, do you crochet?
No, I don't. I tried it once, so I was able to crochet was a chain.
It's not really that hard.
I've tried it. I have no problem with it. My problem is my hands. Were like, no.
I started watching Crystal from Bagel Day. That's how I learned. I mean, I knew a little bit, but not, you know, a whole lot.
Joe, that was not a nap. That was not. That wasn't. It can't even be considered a cat nap. That was a nuh. You didn't take a nap. Puh. You took a nuh.
Yeah, Crystal Bag O'Day and Jaden Stitches, the Crochet Crowd, they got me past the chain.
I learned mainly, I mean, from Crystal, but there used to be a lady. I've only been on YouTube now, not even, maybe about a year and a half, I think. And there used to be a lady on years ago when I started, not years, but a year ago. And her name was Doris from Rose Cottage Studios.
Yes.
And she had like 6,000 subscribers. And I learned how to do dishcloths. She was teaching us how to do dishcloths.
Yes.
And I really loved her channel. And then one day she got on and said, don't ask me any questions. I'm leaving. I'm not coming back. And nobody heard from her. Nobody knew what happened.
It was a family issue, and that's all anybody has ever been.
That's all she said. Yeah.
Yeah.
And where she
Yeah.
was going, there wasn't going to be any internet, but she
Okay.
had
Where-
over
here.
6,000
I got
subscribers
chopsticks.
and growing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
And she even Cricket even showed me something to put in there, and I did, and it kicked it up about 30
What?
notches.
What'd you put in it?
Some Swiss cheese.
just a little bit. You don't need a whole lot of it, but
Yeah, just 2 or 3.
I only put one slice in there.
Yeah,
that
so
was-
the amount of one slice or a couple of shreds depending on what you got.
That's Aldi's Swiss cheese, and that's strong stuff.
Oh yeah, I like Havarti, Havarti.
Havarti, yeah, Havarti cheese is good.
That has a kick to it. If you're not,
Yeah,
My favorite was the Lorraine Swiss, but it is so hard to
I
find.
don't know much
Yeah.
about the.
Oh my
Lorraine
God,
Swiss.
that is the best Swiss cheese I've ever had.
but I like the Havarti, and I put that in
I do too.
my my mac and cheese when I make it from
Oh.
scratch. Oh,
Oh,
I can set and eat Havarti like potato chips.
I will go through a 8-ounce pack like I'm going
Yeah.
through a block of cheese.
oh,
But it's one of
Mhm.
those that if you're not used to the taste, it's going to take you a minute and you're going to be going,
Yeah.
what the heck? But, yeah.
My husband, when he was in high school, he went to a trade school. We have it here. We call it Pena County for
Mhm.
vocational trade school. And he took up cooking.
Yep.
And he's got a certificate in cooking. He's got certificates in so many things but he is one of the best cooks I think I've ever come across.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, he can make pastries probably better and prettier than bakeries. I mean, he could do it all. And he's a brake mechanic, and he's mechanic in the army. You know what I mean? He loves to do different things. He can.
He's one of those, I'm jack of all trades, but master of none.
Yeah. Yep.
I can't be bothered to master it. I've got this one part down, and I love it, and I'm good at it. You have to go away because I'm going to the next thing.
I'm trying to get him to do a video with me, but I'm not getting nowhere with that. He's, he does a lot of farming and chickens, and he knows a lot about gardening, but I told him, even if you get on and talk about stuff like that, but
That's why my channel, I literally said this is a live channel. There's no structure except you don't cuss.
yeah.
And then I drop the bombs. So,
oh my God!
I try to watch myself, but
Last piece of
I
fruit
slip
for
up.
me.
yeah, yum.
I slip up from time to time. But the one thing I have problems with is when people are being mean to each other, or the bullying, or the backstabbing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Drama.
that
The drama.
I was offline for a minute.
I don't like the drama.
Yeah, and
I will leave if I see drama going on, or I leave. I'll just click right out. I ain't got time for that. If I want that, I'd go into my town and listen to everybody,
yeah.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, or I hate to put it like this, or I could go to church and hear it. Anymore,
Exactly.
that's all you're hearing in churches is, oh, did you hear about this person? Did you hear about that? Or politics. That's not a place to discuss that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, I don't get all that. Oh, well, so and so was sleeping with this one. Did you know that
They're just leaving the church house.
I don't get that at church because
Yeah, that's
if the one time I went in, someone said that, I looked at him and said, who is this? And I named the first person. They pointed him out and said, oh, don't know him, don't care. And I said, now who's the other person? They pointed him out. Oh, I know. And I said the spouse is like, if you're going to be spreading stuff, you need to go talk to them and their spouse because they're sitting right there. I said, and if you're not going to go do it, I said, are you going to go up and talk to them? They said, no. I said, okay. Hooked my arm and I hollered at the person and said, hey, come here. They got something to tell you. You know, after I did that, I never got any gossip thrown at me at church.
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you
Oh
guys
my
a story, and I don't want you guys to take it offensive or anything like that. But this is coming from a kid. I was a child. I did not know better. Okay. And
Yeah.
my family, my roots are from the South. So we went to church. When we were down there, we went to church. And, you know, they get going and some of them were, we went to the Holy Roland Church. We went to the Baptist where they preach it out over the mountains. And there was no problem with that. I mean, but a little kid, when they would get up there and my mom and my grandma, you know, be sitting there and they'd start screaming or carrying on, it'd scare me.
Yeah.
Or if, and I remember sitting there as I got up older, and we went to one of the churches that my aunt wanted to take us to. And I don't remember what it was, but they started speaking in different languages.
Yeah, they call
And
it.
I asked my mom, I said, why are they doing that? And my grandma explained it to me. She said they get the Holy Spirit in them, and that's how they speak because they're different languages. And I said, okay. Well, my mom had a brother, and he was always in this shenanigan. I mean, he was comical, but he went to church. But he was like, you guys act like if you don't go, I'm going to drop over dead, you know. He'd be out in the truck taking a swig of moonshine while they're in the church house, you know. And I was always his favorite, you know. So I went out there one day and I said, Uncle Luke, I said, why are they speaking in them tongues? Mama told me it was because of this, because of that, you know. And I went about what they said, and he said the same thing. So a couple weeks later, we went up there, and I had to go into the Sunday school class.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sitting there, and they were out there speaking in the tongues, and I got up to leave, and the lady that was teaching the Sunday school class, she said, where are you going? And I said, well, I'm leaving. She said, why? I said, because I think this is all a bunch of larky. She said, why is that? I said, well, they're all out there speaking in tongues. And every Sunday at noon, we had dinner after church out in the yard, you know, chicken dinners, whatever.
Yeah.
And I said, you watch. By noon, they'll stop and they'll be out there hitting them chicken baskets. I said, now, if they're Holy Spirits and they're down there, how do they know to look at that clock and it's noon, this time to leave? Well, long story short, she went out there and told my mama why I did. I took off, went out the back door, went out and sat in the truck with my uncle. And needless to say, I got my butt tore up for that one.
Yep.
And as I got up older, you know, we were up here, and my uncle was living with us then. And at this time, I don't know, I was probably 7, 8, somewhere around there. I mean, I wasn't that much older. And we went to a church, and we rode the church bus to this church house.
Mm-hmm.
And to get you to come to Sunday school, they would say, if you come next Sunday and you don't miss any Sunday for a month, you get this candy bar. And you know, back when we were kids, getting a candy bar was a treat. You'd mow grass to get that candy bar.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell
They
yeah.
had these big candy bars. They were like Charleston Chews or big candy bars, you know.
Yeah, that's what my dad said.
Yeah. So I didn't know no better, and I went on to church, and I was determined to get some candy bars. Well, little did I know, you had to learn a Bible verse too, and get up in front of the whole church and say this Bible verse. And I didn't know it, and it was like the night before, and my brother, now he was more church going than I was. He said, well, you ain't got time to learn them. You ain't got time to learn Bible verse. You know, and I was little, so I didn't know. So I went in there, and I was crying and carrying on. And my Uncle Luke picked me up, put me in his lap, and he taught me a Bible verse. So next morning, I was all tickled because I knew that Bible verse, and I was going to get my candy bar. So my mama would get us up and dress us up for church. And when you got dressed up for church back then, you got dressed up for church. Little girls wore the gloves, the bonnets, the little lacy socks.
Yep.
And your dress was starched out there to God knows where, and your hair looked like Nellie Olson. I mean, bows in it. So I went on to church. I went on to church. And, you know, when you were little, they brought you, when you come out to the congregation where the big people were, they set all of us little kids up in front, you know, so we could be closer to hear the preacher and the singing and stuff. Well, the preacher said, which kids learned their Bible verse this week? And I was proud as a peacock, buddy. My hand was up there in that air. I was jumping up down. He said, okay. Well, my real name was Teresa. So he said, okay, Teresa, you come on up here and tell us your Bible verse. Now,
That's cold.
my mom, my grandma, my mom's sisters, they're all like Southern belles. You know, they're like the prim and proper Southern church-going belles. They hadn't bothered to ask me what Bible verse I learned or what my uncle had taught. They didn't know that my uncle taught me that quickie. So, and he doesn't go to church. He was always pulling shenanigans. And
I can see where this is
no.
so I get up there, up on the stage. They put that little mic thing in front of me. Mind you, I'm little. I didn't know no better.
Hey, Steppy.
They said, cite your verse. And I went,
Stephanie,
God knows
Hey,
this
Joe.
is the verse
Hey, Steph.
I gave them that my uncle had taught me. I went, God knows my heart. God knows my mind. God knows what comes out of my behind.
Oh,
Oh my
Yep.
God.
Oh, they got the preacher. He looked at my mom. He looked at my grandma. And my mom come up there and got me off the stage.
and they're like,
I'm
And
getting
I'm
better.
standing there. I'm going, where's my candy bar? Where's my candy? They didn't give me a damn candy bar. And so my grandma's sitting there and she said, my grandma was sitting there and she says, my mom's ready to take me in the bathroom and just literally just knock, whip my butt to know tomorrow. And she goes, where'd you learn that from? You know, when you get home, and I'm going, well, I can't tell you, but they told me it was good and I could get it. It wasn't hard to remember, and I wanted the candy bar. And my mom's, she's going off, and my grandma goes, you ain't a touching that child. You go right out there and you grab your brother out of that car, which was my Uncle Luke. She says, and you let him face the music.
yep.
But my Uncle Luke would always get me in, but he just thought it was funny, you know.
yeah.
I did that right in the church, but I said a few other things too, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, we'll play tame here.
Yeah. So, and then as I got up older, I kind of experienced, different churches because I wanted to know what I was one of these inquiry minds. I wanted to know because I was always told if you go to the wrong church, it's like being in doing it all wrong.
Mhm.
And I'm like, well, why is that? How is that? If you believe, it shouldn't matter how you believe, as long as you believe.
Yeah, but
And I would, go to other churches and figure out
in the church with the people you're around,
right which
then
ones I liked,
Yeah.
And I went through a lot of different ones. I visited Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormons. I actually was baptized Catholic when I was in my 30s. And then I pulled away from the Catholic, and I said, I'm so confused.
Chill out.
My church now is wherever I want to sit down and pray.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because,
I don't believe in going to church. I believe in,
I've got a
anywhere.
Bible.
You
That's
can
my
make
church.
anywhere your church. You can make your living
backyard
room your
could be your
church.
church. Your car could be your church.
Exactly.
I've got a Bible, and some people don't even have a physical Bible. It's on their phone.
Yeah.
That's their
Arnie,
church.
I need
But I do
love
have to
a
say, though,
conversation
and
with,
I will say this. I mean, I have my issues with some of the things that went down in the Catholic churches. But in saying that, whenever there has been a natural disaster,
Hey,
the
Sandra.
Catholic churches are the first ones there before FEMA, before the government, before anybody. And I have seen that firsthand over and over and over again.
But you have to admit, Catholics aren't the only one that's doing that.
No, but
That's going on in all the churches.
Right.
yeah, a lot of the churches are hitting the.
If they would allow the priest to be married, I think it would have stopped. But you got just as many school teachers, you got just as many counselors, you've got just as many doctors, you've got just as many dentists doing the same shit and getting away with it.
Yeah.
They
The
hit the
Catholics just got busted, you know.
Yes, because it's
other religions are doing it. The Baptists.
Oh, yeah.
I watched a
Look at
whole
your
thing
Boy
about the
Scouts and your Girl
Baptists
Scouts.
the Mormons.
Yeah. Well, look at your Boy Scouts and your Girl Scouts.
Yeah, exactly. If that
You know,
ain't
and this
disaster, I don't know what was. Thank
you
God
know,
my mom kept me out of that stuff.
And you know, I don't have a problem with people wanting to be transgenders. I don't have a problem with people wanting to be gay, lesbian, any of that. That's fine with me.
Yeah,
They
whatever
can do what
tickles
they
their
want.
pickle.
But when I have my 5-year-old granddaughter going in that bathroom, and I got a man that wants to dress up as a woman and follow her in that bathroom because he's going to say he's transgender just to get a look at her, I have a problem.
Yes.
You know,
on that, I do agree.
That's a little different. He needs to take his butt and go in them family bathrooms. Or something like that, where there's other people.
Or if he still has all of his everything attached, he needs to go into the male, even though he's dressed as a female in skirt and stuff like that.
The same thing for women. I don't want some woman in there with, you know, if I got my little grandson and even my older grandson, you know, in there just because she, you know, because some of them you don't know, you know.
I would say I took my son into the bathroom up until he was about 5. I went actually he stayed in the stall with me, but his nose was facing the door. He was not looking out the cracks. It was right in the middle of the door. Yeah. Or if we were in the handicap stall, he had the corner.
Yeah. And one time I took my son to the bathroom, and this lady went off on me because I had my little boy. He was like 4 years old, I think, at the time.
Yeah.
In the female bathroom with me.
I have a couple friends, and they're both hairdressers, and they've been living together for, 30 years, and they're male. And one of them actually ran David's Broadway. Okay. He ran it for the longest time. Well, his partner's sister died, so they inherited her 2 girls. They raised them as theirs.
Yeah.
And they were at a Walmart, and the girls, they were, I think at the time, 6 and 7 or something. And they told their Uncle Bill, we got to go to the bathroom. He told them, go ahead, go to the bathroom. Well, the next thing you know, I don't know if they can spot one or whatever. He said, I noticed this guy. He was dressed as a woman going in there after my girls went in there. He said, let me tell you something. He said, this boy went in there and put him out of that bathroom.
Uh-huh.
You know, he said, no, that's not right. You know,
yeah.
Goes, I'm a gay man, but they are not going in there with my girls.
I took my son in the bathroom with me until he was 8. But up until 5, he was actually in the stall with me. And I tried to get the handicap the entire time.
Yeah.
That lady, she went off on me, wanting to know how come I had a boy in a girl's bathroom.
Yeah, well.
Because I don't trust the men in the men's room.
I tell you,
the best thing they ever made was the family restroom. That is the best thing they ever come up with was the family restrooms.
Yeah.
I took everything inside of me not to go off on her.
Yeah.
I said, because I told her, I said, first of all, where I take my son is none of your damn business.
Yeah.
Right.
I gave birth to that child. 17 and a half hours of labor. Thank you very much. And she's like, well, boys shouldn't be in the ladies' bathroom. What, do you want me to send my 4-year-old son in a bathroom by himself?
Well,
I don't think so. Because that's when they started doing the back in the early 80s is when they started doing people were stealing kids from hospitals and
right.
Yep.
the babies and stuff.
Yeah.
That's when they started doing that. I'm sure they were doing it before, but that's when it really
Came out.
Well,
came out.
you've really got to watch your
I
children
was
now,
like,
and I'm telling you, it's not
Yeah.
going to get any better, people.
I told my ex mother-in-law. She went in with me when I had my youngest son because I had a C-section. And I told her that was in '83, and I told her, I said, "You follow him."
Yep.
They were taking him to go clean him up and
Mhm.
get him all whatever.
Yeah.
And Chandler,
I
hon,
said-
I'm a
I
lot
said, "You
older than
follow
you,
him.
but if you
follow
ever have
him.
children,
I don't
you
care."
better start just
I-
guard
I-
them
I
with your
told-
life,
I told the
because this
nurse, I
world is
said,
not made for children anymore.
she is staying with that baby. I said,
Yep.
if any one of you tell her that she can't go where that baby is, you're going to get the wrath of me because that's my child. And no.
I worked for Human Services, Wood County Human Services, guys, and I could tell you some horror stories that
Oh, I used to
nobody
be.
should have to, no child should have ever had to live, or
Oh, I don't
nobody
have
should
to
ever
hear
have
them.
to see. It was
I
to
don't
the
have to
point
hear
to where I was either going to wind up going to prison someday, or it was going to be the death of me. So
I was, when I was younger, I was in the foster care system, and I wanted
can't trust
to,
them.
and I swore I wanted to be a caseworker. Well, when I met my ex mother-in-law, she was a foster mother, and she took me over to this lady's house that was a foster mom. And this is what changed my mind about that. There was a little boy there, wasn't even a year old. Wasn't even a year old. He was in a full head to toe, both arms, both legs cast.
Oh God.
Mhm.
And the lady, and I had heard, she didn't say it in front of me, but I heard her telling my ex mother-in-law what had happened to this boy. Apparently the mother got pissed off or something and started throwing the son, her baby, across the room.
Yep.
At a wall. And she would go over there and pick the baby up, back up, and she kept doing it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And then the father of the child got pissed off because she did that and stomped on the baby. So, I mean, that child probably will never, hopefully, recovered from it, but mentally.
We had a case, and this mother was going through boyfriends like you would change your socks.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And she had 2 little girls and a baby boy that was about 6 months old. And we knew things weren't right, and we had to keep going out there making visits. But she was trying to do her best to keep her kids. And so one night I got a call. It was 2:30 in the morning. And she said, can you, because we weren't allowed to go to houses by ourselves. We always had to take somebody and meet the police officers there.
Yep.
And I said, okay, I'll go with you. So we went. We went in this house. And these little children's arms, these little kids' arms, guys, I'm not kidding you. You ever see somebody that has a cane that's they're about that big around, like a little cane pole?
Yeah.
That's how big their arms and legs were.
Yeah.
And the house, they were all three of the kids were sleeping on a mattress on the floor. There was beer cans in the garbage. Just you could tell that they were pizza boxes, stuff that the little baby couldn't eat. You know what I mean? That probably the little ones probably couldn't do real good with pizza, but
Yeah.
you could tell. And we started checking the cabinets for food. No food in the cabinets. Okay. So we got on the phone. We had to get a permit from the judge to take those kids that night. For some unknown reason, we needed emergency ex parte order.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
we told the judge there was no food in it. He goes, none at all. And we said, well, there's a bottle of ketchup in the fridge, about half full, and there's 4 slices of bread on the counter. And do you know, because she said, I'm going to the grocery store in the morning, I fed the kids pizza tonight. And we knew there hadn't been any food in that house for ever.
Yeah.
We could not pull them kids because there was a half a bottle of friggin' ketchup in the fridge and 4 slices of bread on the counter.
Yeah. And what year was that?
99,
Okay.
1999.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the
Yeah.
the system is so broken now. I mean, it was broken back when I was, put into the system.
Well,
And the system is there. Don't get me wrong. Okay. There are some good foster parents out there, but they are so few and far between.
a lot of them do it just for the money.
Not even funny.
My aunt.
Yeah.
Hi, Ariel.
It is not even funny how so far.
A lot of them do it for the money and don't use it on kids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They'll buy a jar of peanut butter for the week. They'll buy a couple dozen eggs for the week. And that's what those children live on.
Yep.
Seen it many
The
times.
foster care system is so
Their clothes
broken.
come from the
The
Goodwill.
whole child care. I mean, I
Yep.
see stories all the time about
And they
children.
pay them. A lot of them foster parents, they get paid really good money.
Yeah, they do.
And they they get the kids' clothes from the Goodwills, and which is no problem. I mean, I have no problem with that. But
My foster mother used to make us. Yes, Arnie.
Yeah, I had a neighbor that was kind of like that. When it came to the school year, every year they would get all the foster kids a new outfit, and that would be their outfit for school. And for punishment, the kids were like sent outside, and even in the rain.
yep,
Yeah, the foster care
they
system
take
is
their
jacked
checks
up.
and go.
The whole system, when it comes to children, is so jacked up. People act like children are so disposable.
And you can't even trust daycares anymore.
No, you can't trust daycares. You can't. I mean, there's quite a few daycare workers right now that are on trial for murder.
Yep.
I mean, the
Anyway,
whole system is, like I said, they just act. Too many people act like children are disposable. Get rid of this one, I can just make another one.
Yeah.
6 weeks after the ketchup lady, the same judge wound up having to take the children because one of her boyfriends had been putting cigarettes out on the baby. He was burnt so bad, and he caught an infection,
I can
and
imagine.
they had to take him to the hospital. And
Yeah.
one of the girls, her actual eardrums were shattered.
Ooh.
Yeah, but we couldn't pull them because they had a half a bottle of ketchup.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
That's-
had
Ariel.
toast.
I thought to
They had
myself, I
plastic
hope
coats
that
for
judge
one.
sleeps good at night.
And there are judges that, unfortunately, because of the laws, They're like, I have to abide by the law, even
Yeah.
though I know the kids need to leave. They
Well, you know,
can't-
maybe that's the problem. They need to revamp the damn law.
They do.
Well, he was kind of
Maybe
cranky
we
too when he
revamp
got woke
the
up,
law.
so we don't know. You know, we don't
Yeah.
know if he just didn't want to go down and get us the paper. You know, he was cranky. He got woke up. You know,
Exactly.
And
He
the
was
cop
a
even
good-
admitted it that he was cranky when he woke him up. You know.
got woke up out of his slumber. Oh, poor
Yep.
baby.
Yep.
You shouldn't be a judge if you're gonna be
Nope.
like that.
And especially, you should not be an on-call judge.
Nope.
Yeah, exactly. Look, Susan said, "Look what happened to the Native Americans back in the day." I
Oh.
watched that. Oh my God.
Yep.
I talked to the women, some of the women who were in those schools.
Yeah, those they did. Mama mia.
From what?
I don't
From
know. There's a documentation. I can't remember what it was on though.
yeah, there's a documentary about it.
There's quite a few documentaries.
Yeah, but it was, you know, they're 12, 13 years old, and they're young women. Some of them are married already,
Yep.
and they are taken and put in an English speaking school when they have no idea how to speak the English language.
Yep.
If they
Yep.
speak the native language, which is all they know,
Yep.
they get
And you
slapped.
know,
And they were beat, until they learned
yep.
English.
yes.
And you know another thing, you don't even want to get me started on that because I look at it like this. This is still their country. We stole it from them.
Yes.
And we put them on places that are
somebody
not-
agrees with me.
And we've put them in places that are not fit for human consumptions and to live. But yet we're bringing in these immigrants that don't give a rat's ass what the hell we are to them. And
Yeah.
we're putting them up in 5-star hotels,
Mm.
feeding them, giving them everything they want, and they're turning on us. But
Can I
yet
ask
our
a
own
question?
people our veterans, our Native Americans are living in squalor.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're being treated like crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how did Columbus discover America, considering America was already here? How do you discover something that's already here?
Exactly.
He discovered it for the European from the
He didn't
European.
she didn't discover
They did
nothing.
not know about it.
He did not discover nothing.
No, the Europeans did not know about the North America.
Well,
They had no idea
you know,
about it.
our children are being taught that Columbus discovered America like it was some new island that nobody knew about.
No, it's just from a European standpoint. They
And
didn't know
it's
about
like, excuse me. Yeah.
There's actually and this is, to me, this is beyond wrong. Everybody knows that Columbus landed in 1492. That is when it is documented that he found the Americas, which he called India, because that's what he was looking for. There is a school of thought that America was not actually a country until almost 200 years later.
Oh,
and-
blocky.
In some of the northern states, that is actually what is being taught as history. It's like
Yeah.
We're being taught what they put in the
1695 or
books.
something.
Yeah, and then
We're
and
being
then
taught
we
what they want
wonder-
us to believe.
Yeah, and then we wonder why our generation, the new generation that is coming up now, can't answer some of those
If
questions.
they don't
that Rita
want the
was
truth,
asking
they
last
make up
night.
some truths.
Yeah. Well,
know,
they
and if-
just erased
I mean-
200 years of history, and it's like,
Yeah.
how do you do that?
I'm not,
Right.
believe me, I am not a history buff in the least. I failed it miserably. Because I'm from Michigan, everybody thinks, you say you're from Michigan, the only part they think of is Detroit. Detroit is not a state. Detroit is a town.
Yes, Detroit is
Well,
Yeah.
you don't hear
It's like,
you don't hear when they marched the Indians in the Trail of Tears, over 90% of them Indians that was in the Trail of Tears were marched out of the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah.
You don't hear that.
No.
And you hear that they were just gathered here and here and here. You go right down there to Cherokee, North Carolina. You go right down there into the Smokies. You go down there as far as the Ozarks in Missouri. You go all over and you see how they marched those people. I
My
know
grandpa
for a
was
fact
full-blooded Cherokee
because
Indian.
my mother's grandmother was in the Trail of Tears. And when they marched her, she didn't know how to read, write, or anything. And her family was married to a white guy that come over from overseas. And he gave her 3 grains of corn. And he says, if you make it, mail that to me when you get there, and I will come and get you. And she made it and mailed that corn to him. And he went and got her. But everybody else that was in her family died along the way. And they were out of Cherokee, North Carolina.
Yeah, my grandpa was full-blooded Cherokee Indian, and it's like he used to tell us stories, and it was like, my God.
My dad would sit and tell me stories that he was told as a boy, and it went on through histories. And, a lot of it made sense, and I learned a lot.
Yeah.
And his mother was for years the mountain doctor. She taught how to heal people down there with herbs and stuff like that. And her mother was the midwife. And my dad, his generation, they didn't go to the hospitals when they were born. They were born at home, and it was written down in a Bible, the date and time. When he retired, we had to go down there and find the family Bible to show that he was born and he was an American citizen so he could retire. We had to get the family Bible and bring it up here, prove it. And the thing was falling apart because it was so old, from history on down.
Yeah.
I don't understand being they
Yeah.
know the truth. Why are they not still teaching the children the truth?
Exactly.
Why don't they?
Some of
Why
them
doesn't
do.
somebody rewrite the history books because it's false?
Because if they tried to do it, the government would shut them down. Just like all these people that deal with herbs and know what plants are for and this and that, and they find the cures and they heal sores and whatever, they shut them down.
Because pharmacies make money.
Yes. And history sells.
Yes.
Their history sells.
Yeah.
Well, plus it would admit that they were a bunch of liars too.
Yes.
Yes. And they still are.
Yes, they are. I was right. Has anybody ever heard of Anadarko, Oklahoma?
Is that by Veneta, Oklahoma? Where they have all the 12 totem poles for all the natives, all the different tribes?
It's not. Yeah, it's kind of by there, but not.
Yeah,
not close.
I've been there.
Okay, Anadarko, Oklahoma is the biggest reservation in Oklahoma, and that encompasses every tribe in the United States that was moved from on the Trail of Tears.
And look how they're living.
Yes, I know. Because I grew up 45 miles.
Maria. Hey, Mater.
I
When
made
these people say, and everybody at some point have been enslaved. Everybody at some point has been a victim. You have your African Americans. Yes, they were enslaved and they were done wrong, but they weren't done no different than the Irish and the Chinese that came here.
Yeah,
they would actually hire a black man before they would an Irish man to work on a plantation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they beat the Irish people bad.
Yep.
Just as bad as they beat the slaves.
The Irish enslaved the Scottish, and the Scottish enslaved the Irish, and they also enslaved the European people from the UK.
And it was bad. So, and when they sit there and say There isn't a person alive today that can say they were done wrong because they weren't alive.
No.
Yes, our ancestors were done wrong. Yes, our races were done wrong. Everybody was done in them days. We
Yes.
learn from that. That's true history. And you learn from that history.
Yes.
You don't learn from this, oh, this man walked on the moon in 1962 or whatever. You
And
know,
that was a fake one too.
and you need to learn from the history that's the truth. And
Yep.
so children know it's not good to go out and be mean or prejudiced or whatever, because it's not acceptable.
Yeah,
You
my
know?
daughter and I
Children
have
need to be taught, no matter what your skin color, we still bleed the same color. When
Exactly.
you get cut, I don't care if your skin is purple with pink polka dots.
Now,
Don't care.
I'll tell you something, and this is how my dad taught it to me. Okay. When I went to school, there was very few Hispanics. There was very few
You okay with
African
that,
Americans.
Uncle Ernie?
There was very few Chinese. There was very few. If you weren't white, there was very, very seldom did we see anybody foreign in our school. It
Yeah.
was just they had their schools, we had, whatever. But I remember the first time I had a black child come into my classroom at school. And I went home and I asked my dad, could they come over and play? And he said, yeah. And I says, Daddy, I need to know something. He said, why? I said, well, his skin's dirty. And my dad said, what do you mean? Because my parents never explained to me the difference in people. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I was curious. I was little. I didn't know. I was in kindergarten,
Yeah.
and he come over to play, and we were playing and stuff. And he'd come over for, I don't know, about a week or two. Me, him, and my brother would go down, catch crawdads, whatever. We played. And we had a neighbor that did not like that and threw a fit about it.
Yeah.
And it made me cry because he told me I couldn't play with his children anymore because I was playing with this, particular child.
Yep.
And I asked my dad, why was it like that? And my dad gave me the best story that anybody could ever give a child. And it stuck with me all these years. He said, Cricket, honey, come here and sit on Daddy's lap. I'm going to tell you a story. He said, you see the birds flying, right? And I said, yeah. He said, you know what a red bird is. You know what a bluebird is. You know what a cardinal is. You know what a sparrow is. I said, yeah. He said, okay. They're all birds, right? And I said, yeah. He says, they all fly. I go, yeah. He said, what don't you see? I said, I don't know. He said, you don't see a red cardinal marrying a blue jay. You don't see a blue jay mixing with a sparrow. You don't see this mix, birds mixing like that. He says, and you want to know why? Because other birds won't accept them, even though we're all birds. They're all birds. He goes, now, if them birds mixed, wouldn't they be pretty colors? Wouldn't they make pretty birds? He goes, I'm not saying you go out and do that. He said, but the hatred is there because they don't want those, just like you put certain birds' eggs in other nests, they'll kick them out. And my dad explained it to me like that. He said, and neighbors and people don't want that. He says, but let me tell you something. He said, your little buddy there could be the same exact person to save your life someday.
Yep.
So just because this man is being mean, I don't want to see a child of mine being mean. He said, until society's ready to accept it, you got to deal with it.
Society will never accept it.
No.
Yeah. And this is back in the day where they didn't even have the busing started yet. I was born in the 60s.
Yeah.
And it was
And
normal.
You were born in what? You were born in
I
62?
was born in 62. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
But
born in
my
63.
dad explained it to me like that, and that stuck with me my whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, for anybody to have to explain that to a child,
Yeah.
you know, it stuck with me because he said, and as he got up older and I had more black friends and I'd go to their houses, and when, back when they was having mixed races, the mixed races, if you were black, they didn't want them white children in their family, and if you were white, they didn't want them black children, and the children suffered.
Yeah. Racist
Yeah.
on both sides.
And couples suffered because you had to leave your
Susan said
family
she was
because they
born in
wasn't going to
60.
accept it,
You know, Mississippi did not get rid of you can't own a slave completely until 1980 something.
Yeah.
They
just
still
think-
were owning slaves in the 80s.
It was
70s
still on
and
the book.
80s. It was still on the books that it was okay.
Yeah.
It's like, my God, people, come on.
Yeah.
But I watched while you were talking about the Chinese people or whatever, the Oriental people, I was watching a thing on one of the paranormal channels. I can't remember what, but it was a place out in California that when they used to bring the Chinese or the Oriental people in,
For the
they
railroad.
used to make them stay there. They used to make them stay there to like quarantine them or whatever. And this place was haunted like no other.
I think I seen something similar to that. Yeah. It was, but and even a lot of your states now still, some of the older ones, they're all dying off, but when the older ones were still alive, there was still a lot of prejudice going on in a lot of your states.
Oh
There
yeah.
still is.
Yeah.
My
But the
grandfather
older
shot.
the older ones that was raised that way, they're dying off, and and the newer
They passed
generations,
it on.
No,
yeah.
they're not.
But it's like
My grandfather shot at a black man for resting across the road, basically a full city block from the front door, because the guy
Wow.
had walked miles in summer heat. Grandpa was on the tractor plowing, and he rolled up. My grandmother hollered for all of the grandkids to come in the house. My grandfather rolled up and shot at him
yeah.
because he was across the road resting.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It still goes
Yeah.
on. I mean, there's still
I'm
a
sorry.
lot of it that goes on.
Yeah, I
And
get
a lot of it goes on behind closed doors too. You
I
have
get
it in your
angry about it
systems.
because when I was younger, me and my mom, we didn't have a lot of things to eat or whatever, and my dad had left, and my stepdad was a jerkwad, and it wasn't white people that stepped up;
Nope.
it was black people.
Yep.
oh yeah.
They're like,
And
"Hey, come on
I have
in.
been-
You're hungry. Come on in."
I have been in the hospital throughout my lifetime quite a bit. And I'm going to tell you something. The black nurses are sweeter than any
Yes.
other white nurses I've ever had to deal with.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I had, with both my children, I had one black nurse that I dealt with.
Yeah.
And as soon as she came on shift, I said, "You're mine." She goes, "Why?" I said, "Because the rest of them I don't like. I want you here." When I had my daughter, the day after I had her, we had the after birth class on how to bathe your child and all that stuff. And she
See,
said,
they didn't give that to me.
Yeah.
"Oh, by the way, the baby blues, postpartum depression, that is a thing. Call your
Yeah.
doctor. Pills will help. We will get you pills." I'm like, we just got through having children. We are in physical pain because we're stretched out in places we haven't been stretched out before.
Right.
And
Yeah.
you telling us that our hormones are going to be so out of whack, we're going to be depressed and everything else, and you want to drug us up?
Yep.
Hey, Crystal, do you
Not
remember
your
when I told you?
amen.
Remember when I told you I had after my my youngest son was born because I had to have a C-section
Yeah.
and I couldn't breastfeed him because the skin underneath his tongue wouldn't let him stick his tongue out far enough to grab a hold.
Yeah.
I was arguing with a white nurse. She kept telling me I wasn't trying hard enough. And I said, lady, this is not my first rodeo. I have another child. I know what I'm doing. Well, you're just not trying hard enough. And I laid in that hospital because back in 83, when you had a C-section, because I got, they didn't.
You were in the hospital for a
You
week
didn't
or
get
more.
you didn't get the bikini cut when they did an
No.
emergency C-section. You didn't get the bikini.
And they didn't
cut.
send you home in a day or two either. You were in
No,
there.
I was there for 5 days.
Yeah.
And anyways, this nurse come in there. They left me in that hospital for 3 days with my boobs. Sorry, people, rock hard, hurting so bad. You even looked at them, I punched you.
Yep.
And this nurse came in one night and I was in so much pain. And she's like, it's pale. It's just a pale colored shirt.
Yeah, it's just stained up.
Anyways, she's like, what's wrong, honey? And I said, my boobs hurt so bad. Please give me something to dry this up. And she looked at me. She's like, what? They haven't given me. She's like, how long have you been in here? And I said, tomorrow will be my 4th day. And she's like, oh no. She's like, no, they should have gave you a dry up pill 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And she was so sweet.
Bren's awful quiet. She don't never talk.
Oh, man.
Oh, there's reasons why I'm not the big jovial person.
You or Chandler.
What?
I said, you guys just don't never talk. You're just so quiet.
Yeah.
I
I'm
like
knitting.
logging the conversations here.
I just
I'm
listen
knitting.
most of the time.
Even Arnie ain't said too much.
Arnie's
I'm
just
knitting
sitting
a
back.
Oh, that's
sock head
pretty.
hat. It's a sock head hat. It's made out of sock yarn.
That's
Sock
pretty.
head.
I like the color.
It sounds like a disease.
Shelly!
It does.
So, Arnie, if I
It
do a live
does.
next week, will you go up on the panel with me?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. I'll have to figure out how to do all that because I don't know yet. I
Yeah.
don't want to go on it by
If
myself.
you have
at
anything tech, ask Arnie. He
Yeah.
can help you.
I'll probably email you this week or get on my phone and FaceTime you on Facebook so you can kind of walk me through it maybe if you're not busy. And then when I get it down pat, then we'll schedule a day to do that because I don't want to do a live by myself. I'm a little scared to do that.
Yeah.
I
The
mean, if
first
you don't
time I
want
went-
to, I'm sure I could get
I went
somebody
live,
else.
I
But
was like,
if you're uncomfortable with it or something, I mean,
No.
it's up to you. You're fine with it?
Yeah.
Okay. I really appreciate it because I don't know. Like I said, it's going to be a lot easier to do my first live with somebody on the panel with me because I don't know. I don't know how to watch for trolls. I don't know how to. I'd be nervous,
Yeah.
you'll be all right.
because I am computer stupid and I got to figure out how to open the.
What did I tell
live.
you? What did I tell you? You
Yeah.
are not computer stupid.
You are just not well practiced in what you're wanting to do.
I'm not coordinated. Put it that way.
No,
You're
you're
coordinated because you can crochet. You're just,
you just
you're
need
like
practice
me,
to do
but
live.
I just don't have the
Like-
education in that.
Yeah. Well, they didn't have really computer classes when we were going to
No.
school.
I was just getting out. We got electric typewriter when I got out. And the
Yeah.
kids all laugh. And I'm like, guys, you're talking a different time. I'm sure there's things I could tell you to do. You wouldn't even know how to do it.
Ariel said she
You know?
connected with your channel.
Yeah.
What's that?
Ariel,
Okay.
she became part of your family.
Oh, thank you, Ariel. Okay. Thank you. I have to check her channel out too. Does she have one?
Yeah,
what am
can-
I for? If your friend is for?
Arnie, can you put Cricket's link in just in chat so that people can pick her up? Oh, by the way, friend, what is that called? Go.
What?
That thing they were talking about last night on Lydia's, where you put hashtag go something and you shout out 5 people.
Oh, really?
Go
Yeah.
support 2024.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you. It's hashtag go support 2024. Put it on your community tab. Shout out 5 people, and then just spread it around. They're trying to get it to go around.
Cool.
Just for the shites and giggles of it.
Mater is saying that you are the troll hunter.
Yeah.
That's what you're for.
Yeah, Ariel got it for
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Ariel.
Thank you,
Got
Ariel.
Lydia on the phone.
That is
Thank you.
Cricket's link. If anybody doesn't have her, please pick her up.
Yeah, I'm almost to.
No.
Once I get to that, I'm almost at 300, and I'm not all about getting monetized and all that. It's just, for me, it's goals, because I just want to do something in my life, reach out, meet new people, see new people, share things, do things, talk, and that's what it is for me. But in appreciation, I don't call them like subscriber giveaways. I call them appreciation giveaways. And every so often, I like to give back. And I'm not one, just so you guys all know, I don't buy memberships and channels, because I'll tell you why. I don't have PayPal. I don't set up Cash App, all that on there. I'm afraid of that stuff. Plus, like I told you, I'm not that literate on the computers. But what I do is, when I've watched channels and I become a part of those channels and I like them and I like what their content is, I get their addresses and I send them stuff in the mail.
Now you're at 290.
Whether it's a gift card, whether it's stuff I've made, whether it's something they've asked for, I do that. And I have done that to a lot of channels. Like I said, I don't.
Yeah, that's what Doris used to do.
I don't do the gift card. Because I love a lot of channels. And my husband he says he's the YouTube widow, because I'm on this all the time, watching videos. If I'm downstairs, it's on my television, it's on my tablet, it's on my phone. And I watch a lot of channels. And there's a lot of channels that have memberships. And if I bought memberships into this channel or that channel, or
Oh my God,
I'm not going to play. I'd be broke. And not only that, I don't want people to think I'm playing favoritism.
Yeah. According to Mater, you have 290 people right now.
Really? That's good. But so don't nobody take offense that I don't, buy memberships or any. I'm not. I've made that clear on my past videos, and I've made that clear. And there's people that I've just out of the blue.
Some of them memberships are expensive.
Well,
they want
I would rather
money for those memberships.
I would rather take and send them a $25 Visa gift card.
Yeah.
And then buy a membership, and they got that $25 all at once, or whatever I send to them. And
or if
every so often, what I do is I go out every so often, every couple months, and I buy, 3 or 4 gift cards, and or I make something, or I make little things if they're down and out. I make little prayer quilt, mail it to them. I make little notion pouches, mail it to them. If you've watched people that like Michelle Crochets in Kansas, Tap Mama and the Bag Brigade, Crystal,
Yeah, I like
Yarns,
that Mama
October.
and the Big Grade. I like
I've
watching
mailed
her
her
videos
stuff.
on that.
I love her channel. I love what she's about. I mail her stuff. Michelle Crochet. I've mailed Lydia's stuff.
Right back,
I've
Arnie.
mailed Zach up in Canada stuff. I've mailed Katrina, stitch markers, stuff like. I don't care, and I don't like it when they have giveaways and they exclude the people that live in Canada. I know it's expensive to mail stuff up there. I know this.
Yeah.
But you can put a gift card in a greeting card and mail it.
Yeah.
You can, you know what I mean? Because they watch our channels just as much as anybody else.
Oh yeah.
They subscribe to our channels just as much as anybody else. And they're part of our channels just as much as anybody else.
Oh yeah.
So
When I
and
started
that's
my
the way I
channel,
feel about it,
my first live stream, I said, y'all guys do not expect a giveaway until I hit 500. Okay. And that was what, 6 months ago, I think.
Yeah.
And
I've done a couple, but like I
I'm
said,
at 420 now. I mean,
it's
I'm
not
gonna
for
stuff
getting
together.
subscribers. It's for hitting goal marks. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
to me, I've always been like a Debbie Downer on myself. You're not good enough. You're not this. You're not that. A lot of times I'm my own worst critic. And, to me, it's like, well, they're here and they've showed me love and kindness. I'm going to turn around and show it back. I would love to be able to win the lottery and get some great big place somewhere and pay for everybody to come and just get to know each other,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Miss T.
Hi, Misty. Night, Ariel. Oh, I hope you get better. Take your meds so that you're not in pain tomorrow.
Okay, Ariel.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a thing. That's just the way I am. I mean, and most everybody keeps their memberships at a low, which is fine.
Yeah.
Because when you mail stuff and you're giving yarns and you're having this on your channel and you're giving it away, that stuff gets expensive. You have to buy it, you have to mail it, you have to, and it's understandable. But if I had to, I just can't do it and think that, well, okay, I joined this membership, but this person over here's only got this and they're trying to do this, but I can't afford a membership to them. Then it makes me feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't do them.
Yeah.
I don't do them. But if they need help or something's going on, hey, if I can help, I help, I do what I can. I might not be able to send something, but hey, if you need me to make something to give away in an auction or to, they just have to let me know. And they do, And that's why when I say I do appreciations, it's not because of the subscribers. It's because I appreciate them. I appreciate people watching my channel. And believe me, if I ever get monetized and I start making money on it, it'd probably go right back in that channel,
Exactly.
doing stuff. So,
You do like your lampshade. That's really, really neat.
I just do different things. I'm not one to stay, I get bored, and I'm not one to stay just on one thing. I'll crochet. I'll start doing crafts. I'll start painting. I'll start embroidery. I like to do all different types of things. I live out here in the middle of nowhere, and it gives me something to do because I'm constantly, I was always used to being busy and I've always been a people person. But now, I'm out here
Thank
and
you, sweetie.
I'm just where I'm at, and it's, you get older, you slow down. And, it's just like Crystal from Bagel Day, how she said she don't know how to accept gifts and stuff. And, if you look at it, and I told her, I don't think she's seen it in the chat when I wrote it to her. I said, you know, Crystal, you're leaving your mark in this world.
Yep.
Your mark is going to be around for a very long time. Not just your mark. The lady that taught you how to crochet and gave you the butterscotch or the hard candy that you got as a child, you know, I said, she taught you. So she's living on because you told us how you learned, and then you're teaching all of us. Look how many people she has taught to crochet. Almost a million.
Yeah.
And you figure she taught Chandler. Chandler probably have children someday. You know, if you watched anything she made, you've learned how to crochet, right? Chandler's going to teach her children. You're going to teach your, you know, if they want to learn. Everybody's going to pass down what they learn.
Sure. Okay, Susan.
You know, so it's whoever taught you, their history is going to carry on. And in her case, you know, I told her, I said, you have every right to feel proud because you're going to make history. Because everybody knows who Crystal from Bag O' Day is. Everybody wants her to give them a shout out. You know, everybody wants her in their lives. She's one person. And she's touched a lot of people. I mean, just look at her channel growth. You know?
Look
Yeah.
at Juan's channel from her.
Yeah. I don't think there's a person that I know that hasn't watched her that I know of. I don't know, you know. It probably is, but I don't know of any.
Yeah.
And she's got oh, those are
Oh,
cute.
Yeah,
This is
that is adorable.
Hmm.
That's better than what
That
I
is
what I would
darling.
make.
Yeah, this is what Susan's been working on.
That is so cute.
It's nice.
It's different, but it's cute.
Yeah. My
Yeah,
grandma
those are cute.
used to do those type, but ours was completely different from that.
That's talent right there. Did she
Yeah.
come up with those on her own? I've never seen nothing like those.
Ew.
Those are really cute. Huh. That's something.
Ugh.
Did you learn those on your own, Susan, or did somebody show you how to do them?
Sorry about that.
Oh, I got yelled at a cat.
That is really cute. You know, if you were on a tight budget and you had a little girl or something and you really couldn't afford toys, that would be the perfect little thing, you know, for them to play with. Could you imagine the imagination they'd have with those?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My grandma and I used to make clothespin. Those are clothespin dolls.
Sock dolls. I remember sock dolls too.
Yeah. My grandma and I used to make them, but the ones Susan made are completely different from what we did.
Yep.
So
Those are so cute.
they are. I like them. I like them better than the ones I did.
Chandler makes the cutest amigurumis. Is that how you say that word?
Yes.
And I wish I was that good. I've got to sit down and literally make one. And if I make one, I'll be happy because I've never made any.
They're
If I make
easy.
one, I'd be happy.
There
Mrs. C's
are-
got like some bunnies.
There
Yeah, I see
are
Mrs. C's got the patterns up.
flat dolls.
What are they?
They're flat panel.
Oh.
So you make 2 panels or 3 panels. You make the body panel, you make head panel, ears, arms, whatever. Everything is a flat panel.
Huh.
And you sew it, but you leave room to stuff it and you get it, you know. I have one.
Chandler's always noisy.
Yeah. I have one that is a dinosaur. It's a Stegosaurus.
Right?
And I made that for one of my coworkers' little boys.
Wow.
The thing was about this long, about yay high, completely flat. And I had a bunch of yarn and it just all went in there. He had fun with it for about 2 weeks and then the dog got it.
Huh.
What are you making, Chandler?
A squid.
It's mine.
Oh, look at the eyes. That's so cute.
Oh, that one is adorable.
Yes, it
Oh.
is. Oh my God, that is so cute.
I got a switch.
That is so cute, Chandler.
Ooh,
I love it.
feels-
Hi, baby.
No, this is a, I don't think this is a squid. This is a belly dish.
Come here.
Yeah,
Aw.
jellyfish. Oh, it's a Cali cat.
Yep, there's a kitty kitty. Kitty 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 kitty.
It's trying to show the jellyfish he had.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I also got an F-bomb.
I've made one of those before.
What is it?
It's literally a round ball that's an F-bomb.
It looks like a bomb. It's got the letter F. Instead of saying the word, you just put it up there.
Chandler, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
How old are you?
It
I mean,
cost
you don't
me
have to say if
$10.
you don't want to.
It cost you $10.
I'm 23.
And you're that talented with that amigurumi. I mean,
Yeah.
it just amazes me that somebody
I'm
that
not
young
even- I've
would
only
do
been
it.
doing them for like 2 years.
But I mean, it amazes me that somebody so young picked that up and still does it at at your age. You
You've
think
only been doing
you'd
it
be
2
into
years.
I've
Show
been
her,
crocheting.
show
the
her your
party
cow.
scene and what's that?
Look at her cow.
Toby.
Toby.
Oh, wow.
That Toby.
It's Toby.
You made that.
Yeah.
Wow.
This
Is
my
that not the
boyfriend.
cutest? And thank you, Brett. Thank you, Chandler, because now every time I go through something, all I see is those darn cows. So now, whenever I see them, what do I think about? Chandler.
It just amazes me. I mean, I know there's young people out there that crochet, but I love seeing that because it's an art. It's an art. And if we don't continue, it's going to be an art that's going to be forgotten.
Yeah.
It's just like canning food. People used to can years ago. Hardly anybody cans anymore. It's an art that's forgotten.
Oh,
No.
man.
And it's going to have to come back because
I was telling Brenna because I seen a recipe on how to make vinegar or a citrus infused vinegar.
mhm.
And Bren's like, ew. I'm like, not to eat or drink or whatever. It's to clean with, you Dorcas Corcus.
Not a
Oh, yeah.
Dorcas Porcus.
Thinking of that,
She
I have
jumped into Dorcas Corcus.
that Mater and Crystal could try on their cooking channel.
What one?
It's in the, I'll send it to you. I'll have to send it to her. Being
Yeah.
she has
It's-
disowned us.
It's one I got from a local TV station here when they would do the winter sports show. I'll send it. Yeah.
Is
Okay.
that the one you put in the chat?
Yeah.
It's a recipe.
Is it in this chat or the Facebook group chat?
Yeah, the one you abandoned.
No, sweetie, not that one. I'm talking the other one. We'll
One with Mike.
I'll talk to you that.
That's good, Susan.
Okay.
That's
If they
better.
can food, that is good. That is something that everybody should know how to do is can. That is really good. She said her kids can food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to learn, but there were too many times.
It's not really hard. You just
My,
got to be careful and make sure you seal your jars good,
My ex mother-in-law's mom was going to teach me how to can tomatoes.
Tomatoes are one of the
They are-
easiest.
He popped in under the cooking channel.
Yeah.
He heard
So-
that cooking, huh?
Yeah, well, he's got
He
his
heard food.
on, and then he's got the cooking channel.
He's a male. He hears food and he's like, whoa.
Yeah, but no.
I said it made it too.
Growing up, that my grandmother, we would go. She'd say, "Go get this jar over there," and we'd go get the exact one she said. No problem. Take the ring off, and she would pop the flat seal.
Yep.
And there was about that. It was about that white, that far down. Nope.
Yeah.
We were taught to can.
I found
We
out
had to help
something
at a
about
very
bacon.
young age when I was a kid. You worked in the garden after school. You worked in the garden in the summer. And you got done, then you played because
Yeah.
canning time come, vegetable prepping time come. You sat there 5-6 bushels of green beans on that porch. You didn't go anywhere. Them green beans were popped or sold or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And then they got up older. If it wasn't good to can, we'd sew them on a string. And we'd hang them in the attic. And they'd dry out. And then you put them in a pillowcase. And then in the wintertime, you cooked them. And they were called shuck beans. And they were good.
I seen
you
a
know?
thing where they took I don't know if you can, but they took a canning jar. You know how when you say bacon grease, it gets that crumbly
Right.
crap at its bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this, you take a canning jar, you put so much water in it, and you pour your bacon grease into it.
Yeah.
Well, the grease, when it's turned solid or whatever, floats to the top, and all the crumbly stuff goes to the bottom.
Yeah. I've actually heard of doing that. You just shake it and you put it upside down, because that way when you turn it over and
Yeah.
open the lid, and yeah, they would put it on the counter to cool, and then they'd put it in the ice box. And once it was cold grease, take it out, open it up, dump the water in the
Yeah, and out goes all those crumbly crap that nobody
Yep.
likes at the end, at the bottom of the bacon thing.
and
Yeah,
then- and they just keep doing that until the jar is full and they have bacon grease.
Oh,
yeah, I know.
you know that you can buy big freaking things of bacon grease?
16 ounces. This is a 16-ounce energy drink. Hi, CDC. You can buy a tub of bacon grease. This
We're
size.
talking a tub.
Oh yeah, I'm talking.
I seen one. It was like this big around and about yay tall, and I'm like,
Okay, I haven't seen that big.
You guys know what lard is?
Yeah.
Many of you know what lard is.
yeah,
You used to buy it in a big 5-gallon buckets of lard.
yep.
You still
Yeah.
That's
that was
how
our
the
grease
bacon.
growing
That's how
up.
the bacon comes in the big 5-gallon doodads.
Big buckets with the lids, and you got them in the summer. You got 2 or 3, and they lasted you through the winter, you know.
Oh,
And it was lard.
my grandmother got.
I grew up
one.
on lard.
My grandmother got 1 5-gallon bucket of lard, and that lasted 3 years.
Oh,
But
but
I
we-
saw a 16-ounce deal of that bacon grease for $7. I looked at that and I was like,
Hey,
"Yeah, where's my
CDC.
bacon? Where's the bacon?"
we had a lot of lard
We,
growing up.
we don't do sauerkraut here, honey.
Oh, I love sauerkraut.
I do too. I hated making it because
Sauerkraut and Polish sausage. Sauerkraut and Polish sausage.
Oh
Yum.
yeah, it's good.
Put the sauerkraut on top of your mashed taters and well.
If I didn't have Polish sausage, I'd cut up hot dogs and put it in the sauerkraut. Cook hot dogs and kraut. Or
Yeah,
you
my
could- or you could buy that big old roll of that chunk bologna, the big rolls of the chunk bologna.
Yeah.
Many a times I've cut that up in big old chunks and put it in sauerkraut and boil it.
Now I would put warm sauerkraut on my hot dogs, with the little bit of mustard and onions in it.
Yeah, my dad would do that. He would have hot dog and sauerkraut, nothing else.
Have you
Susan
guys ever
said-
had a ring
Did
bologna?
you guys see what
where,
Susan said? She said her landlord thought I had sewer problems when they made kraut. It
But
does
have you ever
smell
gotten
amazing.
the ring bologna and like
Mhm.
sliced it and then put ketchup on it and then put it in the oven?
No.
I like ring bologna, but I don't put it in the oven. I fry it. I'm a fried bologna eater. I love fried bologna. And not
Oh,
Bar S. It's got to be Oscar Mayer or Eckridge. Don't give me none of that Bar S crap.
oh,
Oh,
that stuff's nasty.
That
That's
stuff
not
ain't
even
worth eating at
bologna.
all.
I don't care for that stuff.
That
Oh, it's
reminds me,
nasty.
that
Hey.
Bar S stuff reminds me of the Sunkissed, or the Sunkissed, the Star-Kissed tuna nowadays.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like it's like it's chewed up and spit out and canned.
But I love fried bologna.
I got some of that, and it was more water than tuna in the can. And
Well,
I had to put it through a strainer to get the tuna.
well, the Star-Kissed now is the regular tuna fish. I won't buy regular tuna fish anymore. I buy the albacore solid white, and I won't buy Star-Kissed tuna no more either, because I just
I
bought
got
two
great
cans of
value
it.
tuna. I had what I ordered, and I don't know why I ordered great value tuna.
Yeah,
It was big and chunky. It was
good.
good today.
The albacore is solid white.
It was just regular tuna.
Oh wow!
No.
Me
I
too,
was
Just
shocked.
Joe. I love sauerkraut. I could eat sauerkraut every day.
I'll have to try. I'll have to check that kind out because I'm so tired
Sauerkraut
of
is actually
opening up
very,
a
very
can
good
of
for
tuna
you.
fish.
I don't
Yeah.
know if
The
they
stuff-
changed it or what, because it usually comes nasty.
Yeah, it usually comes. It looks like it's been chewed up and spit out and canned. It's like, oh,
Now, see, now I'm learning stuff because I didn't know my boyfriend didn't like sauerkraut.
Did you guys ever eat chow chow? Yeah. Chow chow?
Permanent chow, 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 chow. Oh, I've heard of it.
It's a different kind of relish, and it's got a little bit of peppers in it. It's got
You
it's
can
got a
make it
little bit of-
different ways, but
Yeah,
it's yeah.
but it's a base like a relish, not
Yeah.
a dill relish
No.
and not a sweet relish.
No,
It's good, but it's one of those you try it and you either like it or you don't.
You guys want to hear something funny?
Ouch.
My husband went to
Susan.
Russia, and he told me he was at one of his friends' house over there. And when they had dinner, you know, years ago how you used to get them canned hams and
Mhm.
how they have that jelly all over them.
yeah,
Hams. They
Canned ham.
actually take that jelly and put it in a bowl and serve that for a side dish in Russia.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
I've heard,
Yeah.
I've heard of
he
Canned
that.
told me
hams
that
are
I about fell
nasty.
over. Yeah,
Do you know
He
what
said
that jelly is?
I don't want to know, but I ain't going to eat it.
It's water and fat that has been actually mixed together to help preserve it in the can and keep
No,
it
thank you.
and keep it from sticking to the sides, and actually if the can rusts getting the rust in the food.
And he showed me how they buy their groceries. They go in town and the meat is out on tables.
Mhm.
And you tell them what you want, and they take a hatchet or whatever, and they cut you a hunk of it off, roll it in newspaper, and you take it home and cook it. And you
Yeah.
cook it. And it's
Like
out
they
there
do
in the
at-
open.
like
and
they
there's
used to do at the
flies and-
butcher.
Yeah. He said they don't have, like how we have meat stores and stuff. That's
You
how
know
they
a
buy
grocery
it.
store I miss? IGA.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
IGA used to have the best meat.
Yeah. We had one here in town that closed up.
There used to be one down the road 20 years ago or more.
I give up.
And I tell you what, they had the best meat around, and it's so hard. Like, I know a lot of people don't like liver. I get it.
Nelly.
Whatever.
Yucky.
I like liver, not gizzards.
But
I had to grow up on it, but I don't eat it
the
now.
only kind of liver you can buy now is frozen.
Yeah.
And you get it home and you go to make dinner, and it just, when you thaw it out, it's like mush.
Yeah.
We had to eat a lot of beef liver as a kid. I hated it.
Oh,
I'd
well,
hide it. I'd be made to eat it, and I'd sit behind a table and stuff it in my pants pocket and make my mom think I ate it. And then when I'd get away from the table, it hit the garbage or went to the dog or whatever because I just could not eat it. It was terrible. And it was like I was not a meat eater. Pork chops, whatever, went in my pants pocket or my bib overhaul pocket. As soon as I got away from the table, it hit the, because she used to make me sit there until I'd eat. And she never thought to check my pockets. So, and I would do that. And I hated livers, chicken livers, gizzards. We had all that stuff as a kid.
Oh yeah.
My mom got me eating that stuff, and it's like,
Well, you know, back then you had to eat what was on that table. You didn't get no choices because
oh yeah.
money was money. You didn't. You ate or you went
My
hungry.
mom would say, you know, if you don't eat,
Many
you
nights
ain't
we had
getting- Okay, I got
beans
that.
and taters.
you know, we
Beans,
didn't
cornbread,
have
and
we
taters.
didn't have like, you know, dessert or whatever.
No, we
you
didn't have
know,
none
a
of that.
snack before bed. No, if you didn't eat dinner, you were
You were hungry.
up till the
Yeah.
next morning. Yes, Arnie.
Yeah, Chris, that recipe that I sent you, you can use any type of meat practically.
I'm gonna double check the recipe real quick because I'm ordering food on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Arnie, you remind me of a guy that would make a good chili. I bet you can, can't you?
Yeah, I did last week.
Make a good chili?
Arnie is to stay away from chili.
You remind me of a friend I had growing up. His name was Roger, and he used to make chili. And you just remind me so much of him.
Roger Dodger.
Yeah.
He was from Alabama. And he grew up and he come up to live with his grandmother, and he used to hang out at our house all the time. And he got snake bit a lot. When he was a kid, he'd snake bit. He'd been bitten by about every snake that was in Georgia. And he used to make the best chili. And you just remind me so much of him.
Yeah. Yeah, that recipe has got some typos in it because I typed it up years ago because I wanted to preserve the recipe because the original paper was dirty.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
I can, if I can read a doctor's handwriting, I'm sure I can read your typo. I will be right back. Nature is knocking at my door. So yeah, quit yawning.
No.
Well, I'm gonna yawn and go night night. So I'll see everybody later.
Good night,
Bye,
Chandler.
Chandler.
Sweet dreams.
Chandler.
See you later, Chandler.
I'll be dreaming of rainbows and butterflies all night.
You do that.
And cows.
And
At
cows.
least make them good dreams, not bad dreams.
I'll try. And I'll dream of otters too.
Otters and botters and nodders.
I love otters so much.
I do too.
They are cute.
I
Otters,
got
Baby otters are too cute.
I
they
got
are.
to play with them when I went to Tennessee.
Did you?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
You're telling
What
stories.
part of Tennessee did you go to?
Gatlinburg.
Oh, you like it there?
I loved it.
Yeah, it's nice there, isn't it?
I'm about to make Shelly mad real quick. Hold on.
Don't you do it. She's gonna make
Been
me.
to Gatlinburg a lot. My family isn't too far from there. I have a lot of
Hey, wait a
relatives
minute, Chandler. That's my job to make people mad. What the heck? Chandler's trying to take my job, Arnie.
They're still sending.
Put the chicken away.
Yeah, Chandler, if you want, you can send it to me and I can show it on here to
Did
show
you
it.
go into any of the comedy barns while you was down there, Channel?
We went to the Hatfield McCoy show.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Shelly, check your messenger.
I am.
All
I
right.
am actually related to some of the Hatfields. Hatfields and hat makers.
Ooh.
I am related to some of them. distant, but still related.
Oh, that is wrong on many levels.
So
But that's Chandler. Do I want to know what you did to her?
aw.
I got to go swimming with otters for my birthday.
Aw.
Did you go into that aquarium where they swim over the top of you, the sharks and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah, I went there when I was like 10 or 11. Like I was little. I was young
There's
then.
so much in Gatlinburg, you can't see it in a day.
Gatlinburg, and it was crazy though because
Yeah.
like a week after we had gotten back, I was on TikTok and they had like a big flood there. Like the next week we got back, and I was like, "Well, I guess we
sent
went
it
at the
to you,
perfect
Arnie.
time."
Yeah.
I sent the one.
A lot of
over
people
to
lost
you.
a lot of stuff in the fires down there too.
I sent the one of just of her to you. Who was that other
Yeah.
chickadee?
That was my sister. She did it with me.
Your sister?
My sister.
That was your sister? That way you can bring it up. That way it's people can see it better than on my little
Yeah.
stain phone.
I want to plan a getaway trip for me and my husband to go back to Gatlinburg.
Get
We've
the
been down
baby.
there quite a few times, but it's always nice to go and just get away. Because there's always something different to see.
Over here.
Okay, Smudge is being a little brat. Well, you can barely hear her meow in the back.
Meow.
Yeah, she's Michael Mater is standing there, and she's chasing him.
Did you get to touch the stingrays too while he's down there?
There you go.
No, we didn't do that. They were kind of being finicky.
Oh.
Unhook.
Did you go down in the caverns?
No.
No. Those are nice too. There's actually one that you can go down in and take a boat ride, and you're so far underground, and the water is so crystal clear that it's totally amazing. And I mean, you can't see if they turn the lights out, you can't see your finger in front of you.
Mm-mm.
There you
It's
go.
gorgeous. I mean, just to go down in there and see that.
Yep, Susan. That's my Smudge.
That's
You can
that's
see-
like my bedroom. My because I used to work third shift. I've got a comforter over my window. When I shut
You
the
want
door,
her in the rest of the
you
blanket?
can't see your hand right here to your face.
Yeah. I went to take Scout out and couldn't do it because I didn't have my keys.
I hope you're having a good night too, CDC Vintage and Mechanic.
Did you not lock it when you came back in? Front door. Sorry.
Okay, good night.
Have a good night, Chandler. See you later.
Chandler.
You procrastinator.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Why not?
Well, guys, I got 7 of them done, wired with the string. I just don't have the stuff glued on them
So
yet.
wait.
So,
You have to. Do you have a community tab?
me?
Yeah.
I think I do.
When you get them done, you can take a picture of them. Take
Yeah.
a picture of them and put them on your community tab.
I got another video I'm going to be making too. I might just show them. I'm going to do a video on my house when I get it all cleaned up for the spring. Because I've had a few people want to see a few things. And I told them when I get done, because I have a fairy collection that a couple of them wanted to see and some other stuff.
I want to see that.
So
Good
when I
night,
get
Susan.
when I get it all cleaned up and decorated for spring, I'm going to do a home tour. So
Okay, because I want to see the fairies. I love fairies. I love fairies,
I have a
dragons,
fairy collection and
wizards,
teacups.
gargoyles.
I collect teacups and fairies. So,
Yep.
so
Then you would love. Hang on a second. Yeah, mommy.
Good night. All right, he's gone to bed. Yay! I get to party for 5 minutes and I'm going to pass out.
I get done here, I'm gonna go down and get me something to munch on. I'm getting hungry. I shouldn't be eating this late, but I'm getting hungry.
Yeah.
I got a bad habit of wanting to
I'll
eat
turn
at
the light
night.
on so you can see it better because it's black. I got this off of Temu. Sure did. Oh my God.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Yep.
You can screw it into like a tree
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. Or
And
you
you really pretty potted flowers from it or something too.
or a side of a door thing or whatever.
Plant you some morning glories and string them around it. Or get you some
I don't need
bacon.
to plant morning glories. They come. You know how they say that morning glories don't come back every year?
Bye,
They
Lonnie,
do.
my honey.
It's according to what kind you plant.
That yeah, because I got morning glories.
But you could take and vine some of them around that. That would look really cute.
Oh, you know that one that I hang on a second.
But I'll get a hold of you, Arnie, on that. You got Facebook. I'll time you, get a hold of you on Facebook.
Yeah.
And
That,
we'll discuss that because, like I said, I don't want to do it alone.
This
Yeah.
is a multi-chrome nail polish that I put on here, but it looks kind of cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a
That's pretty
multi-chrome
too.
nail polish
Yep.
that I put on there. And in person, this is like a pinky purple.
Wow.
And in person, this is gold.
You can
Yeah.
kind of see the gold a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the pinky purple looks green on the screen.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
this stuff here. It's a nail
Okay.
polish, and it in person this is purple, like a purpley.
Wow. Isn't it weird how on a camera it looks different though?
Yeah, well, it's a duochrome. It's called
Yeah.
duochrome, and like this one, in person, it's like a greeny, kind of a greeny gold. But on here, it looks like
It's not me.
got like a pink. It's got a weird color to it, but that's weirdo.
Brand.
But
I put
this is what
a
it
few
looked like
things up.
before, just plain
Yeah.
black, and I wanted to put some color on it.
Yeah.
So,
I put a few things that I made up on my videos today when I posted my videos. I'm hoping the colors show out right in it because the colors I used, I kind of liked the colors. They were bright, but I don't know if they're going to show up on the video
yeah,
because even yarn sometimes don't look the color it is up on the screens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like I brought that.
Yeah,
purple
because
up.
the camera alters the color.
Yeah. But now her hat she was showing earlier, that yarn looked really pretty.
Yeah.
The color really stood out in that one.
oh, the
Yeah,
one
there it
Brian
is.
showed?
Isn't that
Yeah.
pretty?
That is
I like
gorgeous.
those colors.
That's stock yarn.
Yeah. But the colors look really pretty.
It-
They're vibrant on there.
It's 70% acrylic, 23% viscose from bamboo, and 7% polyester.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've got quite a bit of sock yarn here and it's so thin. I don't know what to do with it because I don't know how to make socks.
I make sock hats. I make hand warmers.
If you don't like it that thin,
Double it up.
yeah, combine multiple ones or put it with an acrylic and go to town.
Yeah, because I don't
She also makes
real thin yarn I'm not real good with, you know.
She also makes steering wheel covers,
Yeah.
and they are nice, and they're made with blanket yarn. And I tell you what, they are nice. I've got one. She sent me
The next time you guys were on here, I got some yarn and I picked it up. I don't remember if it was given to me by an old lady or if I picked it up at a thrift store. I don't remember, but I've never seen yarn like this. And I have asked people, have they've seen it, and nobody knows what kind it is. And somebody
have a
said it's a
Box of
French
yarn
yarn.
right there.
Somebody
and
told me
donate
in a comment that it was a French yarn. It was French style, and it was a rarity type of yarn.
They
I
got
don't know.
donated yarn right
If
there.
you-
Donated yarn to make hats.
Yeah. If
For
you
the
get it and bring it
spray
back,
It's got like little beads, like some of it's got French on it, but it's like thread. And then some of it's got like little white, like jeweled looking things in it. And it's like
There
real
was
like bougie.
there was a yarn that was made like that before.
But it looks like a, I don't know. They're black. They're both
Bougie?
black. Both of the yarns are black. They got a weird name on them. I don't know. I'll show them to you. We don't have
Okay,
time
well,
right now for me to dig them out. but-
Arnie's got the 1 minute warning, so I'm gonna say bye. Y'all guys have fun. Stay safe.
You
And
guys
we'll
all have a good night, and everybody in the chat, Susan and Just Joe and Bill and all the rest of them that were in there. I can't remember who all was in there,
DC.
but I know we talked to them. You all have a
Bill.
good night.
Hope y'all have a good
And
one.
Maynard, you
And
said you went to bed. Yeah.
make sure you don't piss anybody off, because that's my job.
And I just
Susan,
want
and anybody that went over to my channel and subscribed and watched it, I'm very happy, and I hope that you find something on there you like, and I hope you come back. And when I do my lives, I hope you come up and join in on my live when I finally get the guts to do it.
You'll do it.
And I don't talk your heads off, but because I do like to talk, as y'all know.
You know what? I don't need this head, so talk it off. I've been looking
believe
to buy
me.
a new head.
I got this way as I got older. When I was younger, I wasn't a talker. I was kind of on the shy side, but not anymore.
Okay,
I got a
Arnie,
lot to say.
say your
So
I just want to say good night to everyone, and tomorrow night Mater will be live, so hope we'll see everyone over on Mater's, and I'll be on there, of course, and
what time is it? His channel?
7
7.
Central.
7 o'clock Central.
Okay.
And if someone could put Mater's channel in the chat.
hang on a second.
Yeah, so good night, everyone, and
Yep.
catch you all on Mater's tomorrow.
All right. It was fun, guys. I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Have a good night.
Bye, Cricket.
Bye. Talk to you later, Arnie.